And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It is another episode of the Mad Lads podcast. Today we will be doing our pre-season previews for the Premier League and the rest of Europe. Before we get into that, I want to say hello to our beautiful hosts. We got Doran Masumi and we got Moba Semifad, and we are going to be previewing the season upcoming. Boys, I'm fucking hyped for this one. This one's got a really good feel for it.
It's actually a lot of good transfers went through. I'm excited for I'm excited for La Liga and the Premier League. I think that one's going to be a fun one to watch, especially now that the top four can beat anybody. It's not like last year where it was
really open.
It was set to be these four as top four, but now it could be anybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
How we doing, Mobin?
Same, La Liga, Serie A, and the Prem always seems to be improving. It's teams and all that stuff. Every year you always think wow, the teams are always improving much better. That's what I honestly like about Prem. And it's gonna be a tight top 8 from what we're gonna say, and also the relegation battle is gonna be really juicy. I'm really gonna see who's gonna get relegated.
There's a lot of groups of quality in the Prem where it's you've got the top teams, you've got a second group of teams that are gonna be competing for the Europa League. That could also pretty much the Europa League could go down to 10th place.
Yeah.
Genuinely, the amount of teams that are in on that.
Absolutely.
And then you've got a bunch of teams that are sort of in the middle. We're not really going to discuss too much today, but then we have our relegation candidate teams, and not that they're that bad. It's just there's a number of them that are pretty far off the pace for the Prem right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's kick it off then.
Yeah, let's kick it off. So we're going to be starting off. I think we'll start off top 8.
Yeah. Start
off with our top 8 prediction. That's that's covering off the European spots and who's going to miss out. So one of these teams will be missing out on that we're going to list is going to be missing out on Europe for next season. So should we start with our champions?
Let's go with 8th all the way to champion.
8th all the way to the champion. So we're going to start down at the bottom. Start at 8th. All right, cool. I like it. All right, so Dorn, who have you got at 8th?
8th place, I got my team, West Ham United.
West Ham United, the Hammers.
I have them 8th only because of the fact that I'm comparing them to one team who's in 7th place for me at the moment. And in my opinion, I don't think West Ham's going to have another great season like they did last year where Jared Bowen was just on fire. But it can happen. But I think this team that's ahead of them had a lot of injuries that really affected them, and they're really they could be fighting for top 6 as well too. This team, I just think that they're a really good team and underrated.
I think for West Ham, because they got Skamaka in, and if he hits the ground running, because he is that proper target forward, which David Moyes loves.
Absolutely.
Because Michael Antonio's done bits, but it's that's not his natural role. That's not naturally where the type of player that David Moyes wants up top there. So I think that if he hits the ground running, they could be in. A little bit
they could be top 5, but it's a risk at the end of the day. This guy we haven't seen how he does outside.
Aguerd also had knee surgery 2 days ago, and he's gonna be out pretty long term, which is a really, really unfortunate. Which means they did not get to upgrade at center back.
Yeah, and I just think in general this team with their experience, the team that's finishing 7th for me, is gonna finish higher than them.
Love it.
Talking about upgrades center backs, I honestly don't think I understand why they got Aguerd, but Zuma and Diop are good enough to
and Dawson
compete.
played well as well.
Yeah, so they got good enough center backs to compete for those top positions if they want to. And also, I just want to say my thoughts about Skamaka, man. He's actually, I was legit saying that he should be joining Bayern because I genuinely think Nagelsmann could use that type of player. He could generally be Luca Toni 2.0 for Bayern.
He could be. Hey, it's early in his career. You never know where he's gonna end up. Should we move on to who you got at 8th?
I've got Aston Villa at 8th.
Villa 8.
Yeah, I think Villa.
Oh man.
I think Villa made the changes that they need to, and also from last year they also had a few injuries. A few of the players didn't perform, like Leon Bailey, which I've seen from what he did in preseason. He done really well. He's done very well. So I'm hoping that he will actually step up and do very well in the Premier League as well.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't think Aston Villa are currently that good to break the top 7 threshold.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be they could have been 9th for 10th, something like that. But the other teams, I don't think they've been improving as much as Aston Villa has.
Incremental improvements, right? Where it's not going to suddenly jump from mid-table to top 7. But they've done I think in my opinion. So, okay, I'm gonna say it. I've also got Aston Villa 8th.
Nice.
Because I think they've had probably the best transfer window in the Prem. There's a couple players that I'll talk about later, probably later on a little bit.
Okay.
But I think that Steven Gerrard's gonna have a full season to get the training camp done, which is huge. That's an underrated factor for these teams, is getting players in training camp.
Yep.
On top of that, massive improvements in the midfield. Danny Ings had a bad season. Leon Bailey had a bad season. Bertrand Traore sort of wasn't used the right way. I think they've really figured out the formation that they're going to go with. Ollie Watkins has got plenty of goals in him, if you ask a Liverpool fan. Trust me. So I think that if he's got all that sorted out going into the season, young players, Aaron Ramsey, Carney Chukwuemeka, there's a lot to get excited about for Villa.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they could do it. I think they get up into 8th, and I mean it's good that they're going to actually have be that high up, because they're the biggest club in Birmingham, and Birmingham's like the second biggest city in the UK, or sorry, not in the UK, in England, the second biggest city in England. And they don't have like a top team the way that Liverpool or Manchester or London do. So seeing Villa get up to that level, it's really good for the game, and I'm really excited to see it.
Villa is also like another one that can be finishing 8th for me, but it's just, it all depends on how Coutinho and Leon Bailey play for me, because Coutinho, he's not the same Coutinho as he used to be.
No.
And Bailey had a terrible first season, in my opinion.
Really poor first season.
Yeah, so if they hit the ground and get running, obviously they do well, then I can see them finishing 8th above West Ham. But I just don't see Coutinho and Bailey doing as much as they should. I don't think they'll be able to help the squad as much.
For me, the X factor is Steven Gerrard's coaching, because I mean he came in, he was all right in the Prem, but his time at Rangers, he looked very, very good. So if he can get that kind of form back as when he was at Rangers, as the coach, get that level of performance out of this West Ham team, sorry, not West Ham, Villa team, this team could be pushing that high. But if it doesn't work out, and if they have to replace him mid-season, obviously they're not going to finish 8th.
Also, like Doran said, Coutinho and Leon Bailey, if they perform, they can do well. But they have players like Jacob Ramsey, who came in as a youth player, scored 6 goals and assisted 1. In mid of the season, I think.
They got some ballers in their squad.
Yeah, and also they have good amount of depth in their squad. I think the main issue for Liverpool, Aston Villa, like you said, was finding the right tactic, because they had Ollie Watkins. They don't know if they had to put him on the striker or on the wing. So the depth they have right now is really good for a team of their caliber. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they're going to end up at the end of the season. Yeah.
So should we move on? Mobin, who have you got 7th?
7th. So 7th to 6th is a dice roll for me, because the person I'm naming at 7th could really do well this season and could be either 6th or 5th. And that team is West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham 7th?
Yeah, West Ham at 7th. I think West Ham United are making actual good signings. Scamacca is a good one, and if the previous players, if some players improve, Sofal didn't have the best of season last season, even though he did well statistically. And they have Jared Bowen, who they need to keep up that form that he had last season.
Yeah, he was unplayable. I mean, it's weird that they missed out on Lingard, but Jared Bowen really sort of taken the role that he was playing anyway.
I'm going to talk more about Lingard, but they missed out on him because Nottingham Forest gave 50K more than what West Ham were going to give, and they're giving him a 1-year deal. So after that season, you could just go wherever.
They needed to get somebody in.
Yeah.
Doran, what do you think about West? You've already spoken pretty heavily about West Ham.
Yeah, I just don't see them doing as well as they did last year. I don't know. Jared Bowen, to me, is a great player, obviously. But I just feel like that's just a 1-season thing he has in him. I don't know. I'm not too convinced on Bowen yet, in my opinion. Maybe we'll see how he does in the first 5 games this year. But for now, I think West Ham are going to finish 8th for me. If 7th place, I got Leicester, actually.
Leicester, I thought you might, from what you said, I thought you might.
Before we continue to your Leicester, how many goals and assists you think Jared Bowen's going to get? Because are you saying he's not going to do well at all? Or he's not going to do as well as last season?
I don't think he's going to do as well as last season. I think he's going to get 12 goal involvements this time.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Involvements?
Damn.
He had 17 last year, 16.
No, he had 16. That's about right. Yeah.
He had 16, 17. Yeah. I remember he was up there with Saka when we were comparing our team of the season.
Okay.
And then I think 12 goal involvements, especially with Scamacca there too. And I don't know, I'm not too convinced on target men in the Prem.
Okay. True.
Fair enough.
That's all I had for that.
Yeah, and I have what's it called? I have Leicester. I think with the Fofana back now, they got Vestergaard as well too. Their defense is looking better.
Fofana is a big impact player.
Bro, I'm telling you, he's the reason why they finished like what? When did they finish? Like 10th, 9th last year?
I think so.
Or somewhere around there. If he was there, they would have finished in top 6 in my opinion. It just depends on their fitness. If they all stay fit, if James Justin stays fit, he stays there. If Fofana can stay fit, and like Harvey Barnes as well too, if he actually plays, he's a star player.
Is it Ricardo Pereira that they have a right back?
Yeah.
When he's fit, because when he's fit, he looks so good. But he's missed a lot of time since he's come in.
Also, there's an issue with right back position because there's a huge challenge for that right back position. They have Castagna.
Yep.
They have Ricardo Pereira.
Yep.
I think that the best option is that they should have moved Ricardo Pereira to the left back.
Castagna's done left back as well, though.
Okay,
but they've got Luke Thomas there. It is a pretty good squad that you've actually got me thinking about it now a bit more because I left them off my list because they had a bad season last year. They're a pretty old squad. I thought Tielemans would have been gone by now.
And also, they haven't made any transfers yet.
Yeah, no big name transfers or anything. And I don't know. At some point, the Jamie Vardy, Kasper Schmeichel, is going to drop off at some point. So I think that might be this season.
Yeah, that's the thing. It all depends on the fitness, man. Like Jamie Vardy, even with the injuries, he had amazing stats.
Great season.
He had 10+ goals, and he played 10 less games, I think.
I mean, a lot of the time he came off the bench as well.
Yeah, and he was injured too most of this, not most of the season, but a lot of the season.
Last season.
No, I don't think 19 goals.
Dude, that would be if he had a sneaky 19 goal season.
I don't know about 19. I think he had
a sneaky 19 goal season.
I think he had 13, 14.
No. It was higher than that. I can check right now. Because I remember looking at fantasy, and I saw he had really good numbers.
15 goals.
15 goals. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's still pretty good because he did a lot of coming off the bench. I think the 5 subs really.
15 and 25.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. That's
20 starts.
Yeah. So that's really good. And just coming from the bench as much as he did, super sub impact player. Like a lot of the time what I saw Leicester do was bring him on 60th, 75th minute, like that sort of range there, where he's got the fresh legs that the defenders don't have, and they let him just get in behind and cause chaos. And I think that really could be enhanced by having the 5th substitute, where you can really hold out on Jamie Vardy and you can make other adjustments because you know that you've got a guy that he's probably going to bang you a goal if you bring him on late
Best
in the game.
English striker to never play for England.
He played for England.
He did, but he didn't really play for England. You know what I'm saying?
He played against Iceland.
He didn't play for England, really.
Yeah.
And also, the thing that sucks for them is they lost Lookman.
Yeah,
he's gone to. Was it Leipzig? He's gone to.
Well,
went to one of the Red Bull teams.
That's what. He was on loan.
He's on loan, but I'm saying this season they won't have him.
Yeah, he's such an enigma. He's such a baller, dribble wise, but he just is.
He's inconsistent. That's the problem.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, sorry, inconsistent is the best word.
But I think their defense is really looking good now too. And Kasper Schmeichel just gets better with age.
Yeah, like a fine wine.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, at 7th, we've got Manchester United.
Yeah.
Cold.
No, it's okay. And this isn't. I'm not trying to be biased. I just don't think they've had a very good summer.
Okay.
Look, Ronaldo and Jorge Mendes. They have their meeting with who's your DOF right now? Who's Murtaugh?
Murtaugh.
Yeah, Murtaugh.
And Ten Hag, obviously.
Yeah, and Ten Hag. They have that meeting going on. I think that's today. So we're still waiting to hear about the fallout of that. Martial's looked good in preseason, but we've heard that one before. Rashford, he had a really poor season last year. If he can rediscover form, maybe. Jadon Sancho, bad first year in the Prem. Bruno had a bit of a worse season last year than he had the year before.
Yeah, Bruno was terrible last year.
In stretches he was. I'd say.
I don't think Bruno was terrible. I think it's just the fact that the expectations were way too high for that United team, and they just didn't perform up to standard. And also for United, the main thing about them they've been talking about a lot is that discipline and mentality. Ten Hag has been making sure everyone is eating dinner together, they're working as a team
cohesive
together.
as a team. They're not trying to be cliquey. It's you got to really include everyone and everything. So, I get that. It's just gonna be a big turnaround from where the club was last season.
No, absolutely. I understand what you're saying. This is why, I say, it's a dice roll between West Ham for getting which position they're gonna get, because United, in my opinion, are the biggest wild card, because they're either gonna do really well, or they're gonna do the same as before and do horribly.
And I don't know about them doing really well, man. The thing is, to me, first of all, Martial starting over Ronaldo, in my opinion, is a mistake.
I think it's good.
I think
it's a good.
it's a risk. It could pull off.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's a
risk.
really low chance. I'm not too convinced on Martial.
I've seen Martial be Thierry Henry, but I've also seen him be Yaya Sanogo.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him be both of those players in the same like game week.
Yeah.
Like pretty much where he's played a Sunday and he's played a Saturday. Sunday Thierry Henry, holy shit! Look at this fucking guy. Get him in the France squad. The next week it's like he's Yaya Sanogo. He doesn't give a shit on the pitch. Like if he can't stay focused and keep driving for a full season as their number 9, this season is gonna be awful.
If the thing is, if Ten Hag lets him and Rashford rotate around in the pitch, sometimes he goes on the left, sometimes Rashford goes in the middle. I
With
think
Sancho
it could work out.
Playmaking,
Sancho like switching with Bruno, I think, in my opinion, because Bruno,
exactly.
we know Bruno just likes
Lot
to
of
cross.
yeah,
That's all he
exactly.
does. That's
Yeah.
why I don't think he's that great of a player, and he had a bad season.
Yeah.
And I still think like Ronaldo is the man that should be playing for them, in my opinion.
But the thing that's got United in 7th for me, the defense is awful.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
defense
That is true.
Awful. Wan-Bissaka's taking steps backwards. He still can't put a cross in the box. We've seen that in preseason clips. Like he still can't progress the ball forwards. Diogo Dalot's getting preferred. He's not fucking good. Then you look at their center back pairing of Varane and Maguire / Lisandro Martinez, and I don't think Lisandro Martinez can play center back in the Premier League because he's so small. Like no offense, like I just think that that's not the right position to play him in. If you play him in midfield, that's a bit of a risk because that's not his natural position.
I think Lisandro Martinez, the thing is to me, I think he's a good one-on-one defender. He's really good one-on-one.
Yeah.
But it's just like in the air, those crosses coming in,
And
man,
the
it's gonna
Prem,
be a
like
nightmare.
especially when you get further down the table. the
Like
Prem-
Burnley can generally score 3 goals against you guys.
if they were still in the league.
If they were still in the league.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be lovely to see Lisandro Martinez marking Scamacca in the Premier
Oh
League.
yeah, Scamacca.
Darwin.
Yeah.
No, I said Scamacca because that dude's like 6'4" and like
Yeah.
Lisandro Martinez is 5'8", so it's gonna be funny to see that.
like 6'5".
Yeah,
No.
Holland's also 6'4". They're both 6'4". They're,
shit.
they're big
I thought it was
dons.
smaller.
No, they're big dons. And then you've got, but then you've also got like Odson Edward, who's like only 6'1", but he's fucking massive.
Yeah.
Oh, and then also another bad thing for United,
Yeah.
that Lisandro is short. De Gea does not come for crosses at all.
No, he doesn't. And
Like
it's-
that goal Villa scored the other day in
Yeah.
the friendly where he backed away from it. It was just
Yeah.
like, bro.
Like-
I don't think he backed away from it. I think he okay. Listen to me. There's a few ways
No,
you can
no,
look at it.
we don't need to start breaking down United's goals from preseason.
No, I'm just gonna say
but-
that like he was kind of like blocked in a sense of way. That's why
Yeah.
like he backed out, and he almost actually got the save if you look at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has to be more assertive in coming out and make sure like he goes past the players.
Yep.
The thing is, De Gea, what's it called? And I'm sure we're not gonna get into it.
Yeah.
He second doubted himself in that play. Like he doubted himself. He was gonna go originally to punch the ball out, and he decided to back away. Which, in my opinion, if you're a keeper, if you're going to go punch the ball out, you go and punch
There's
the ball
no
out.
changing your
You
mind.
don't change.
It's like it's a full commitment.
Exactly.
Hey, it's preseason. This is the
Yeah.
kind of shit like where it's like, all right, he's made that mistake in preseason. He probably won't make that mistake in the season.
Yeah.
Like this is where you iron that kind of stuff out.
Yeah.
6th for me. We've already talked about them a bit. West Ham.
Mhm.
I've got them pretty high up. I really rate them. They've got Scamacca coming in. They needed a striker.
Yeah.
They've got looks like Kostic is going to come in for that left wing.
If he comes in, that's a big difference.
That's
in
a
my table.
yeah, but I got a feeling that they're going to get it done.
I hope so.
It looks like they will.
Because if they do, they could get top 5.
Genuinely, because they've got 2 really good crossers on there. Because Jared Bowen, he's good at putting the ball in the box. The right back Vladimir Sufal, great at putting the ball in the box. Like they're
You
gonna
got
be.
a left footer on left wing who can cross it.
Yeah, Kostic, one of the best crossers in the Prem. Great free kick taker.
He's not in the Prem yet.
Well, sorry, in Europe. Well, he's not in the Prem yet.
And
but
also Ben Rahma, like hopefully like he can like
if he has a
improve
good
on himself.
season,
Yeah,
if he has a good
it's
season,
gonna be nice.
yeah. But I mean, they've even for that number 10 position, they've also got Fornals and Lanzini, both of whom I think Lanzini's a really underrated player.
He's just the injuries with
He
him.
just is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just think he just needs to. He's a good super sub. Like I think
Yeah.
he subbed in for that Spurs goals.
That was ruined
Nice.
ruined Bale's return.
Yeah.
That was fun to watch. Who have you guys got 6th?
We both got United.
You both
Yeah.
got United.
talked
Okay,
about it,
we've
yeah.
already talked about it.
Yeah, but
Sorta.
yeah, United. I just think that right now, like you said, Ten Hag had the season, like the preseason with United.
Yep.
He knows, like what he wants. I'm just surprised that he loaned out Henderson But honestly, I think that makes sense because it's tougher to move De Gea than to move Henderson.
The thing is, he can now get like a real side-by-side comparison of Henderson and De Gea, whereas like if he's rotating them, it's sort of harder to get that comparison. Now he can go, listen, you both played 38 games this season in the Premier League. This is how you did.
But the thing is, like, that's what Ferguson did with Lingard and De Gea, though, when they first came to United. He rotated him out, like, week after week, and then he realized that De Gea was always a better option, and then he moved on with him. But it's understandable why Henderson was moved. I'm just surprised the fact that, like, Henderson fits Ten Hag's, like, play like
Ethos.
playing style.
His ethos, like the thing that he likes, like where he's able to play the ball with his feet.
Yeah.
He's young because he loves his young players.
Yeah, and hey,
what? He likes his young players. There's some coaches that like playing their young players.
I don't know, man. That sounded a little sus.
No, the
Your
thing
team's
is,
getting relegated for that. No,
the
I'm sorry.
reason why I understand why Henderson's gone because United right now genuinely just need a shot stopper.
They
and
need
De Gea is the best shot stopper
Yeah.
in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Like close range, long
Whoa.
range, he is the best shot stopper.
I don't know if he is anymore.
Pure shot stopper,
I don't
David
know.
De Gea is the
I
man.
don't know. He's got the best feet in the Prem in terms of
definitely.
shot stopping with
but
his
no,
feet.
but still, even like bro, his reflexes
His
are
wri-
insane,
His
man.
wrists have been a little floppy the last
Yeah,
two
but his
seasons, I will
wrists,
say.
his
I will
reflexes,
say.
his low saves.
Bro, last season De Gea was insane. What are you talking about his wrist, dude?
I'm talking about like the fact that he wasn't very good last season.
He didn't have what's it called, strong hands.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to say.
No. I think you guys are underestimating how good De Gea was last season.
Well, he can show it this
He
season.
was definitely like a second best player. Ronaldo first, De Gea second best.
Yeah, but your team is shit.
Yeah, like
Okay.
it's a
The
bad
thing
team.
is-
His team is
the point,
bad.
I'm talking about De Gea. How am I underrating him when I say he's the best shot stopper in the Premier?
No, I'm just saying like you guys saying like he
I'm
didn't
underrating
do
him because
well
I'm saying
enough.
he's.
I never
not.
said he didn't do well.
I said he didn't do well.
Yeah, he said.
I said it.
Okay,
I didn't
thought
say
you said
that.
as well.
Yeah,
I
don't
clearly said it
don't you
twice.
guys us. Don't you guys us.
I
you
said
can,
it
you can tell
twice.
me. You can tell me.
I said it
Noble,
twice.
you're wrong.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like for him to show it this season. Then how about he shows
I
it?
hope so as well.
Show it.
I'm a big De Gea fan. I've only been once De Gea out, and it was like
Yeah.
a rash reaction. It was after the Europa League final where you missed that shitty pen.
That was tough.
But honestly, I've always been De Gea, and even though he had like a rough patch like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, so I really would love to see him make his way back.
Okay.
I said I still think you guys need to move on from De Gea, but that's only when you improve your defensive stability.
Yeah, the defense is.
No, definitely. There's at some point we have to move from De Gea, but
Yep.
Because passing wise, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, but that time will come like in a few years later.
All right, this is where we're gonna start getting pretty juicy here. We got fifth, right? So this team's gonna miss out on the Champions League, maybe, because it depends. Because there's a lot of people that speculate that there's gonna be at least 5 teams in Champions League from England next season. Because who's gonna win the Prem and win the the Champions League and the Europa League? We'll do our Champions League, Europa League prediction videos later.
I think we all have the same 5th place.
Who's fifth?
I have Chelsea.
I have Chelsea as well.
Whoa!
What?
You got Chelsea fifth?
Yeah.
I'm the man. They still haven't got that third defender, and Chalobah starting over there is gonna be.
I have to think that they're gonna get somebody.
If they do, I'm going based off the teams
no,
right
I
now.
know,
I'm not
yeah.
going based off like you said with what's it called,
Kostic.
West Ham with Kostic.
Yeah.
If they do end up getting Koundé, which most likely is not happening, I think he's getting confirmed today
It
for
looks
Barca.
like he's trending towards Barcelona.
Yeah, that's the 4th player we stole from Chelsea again.
4th.
Lewa, Rafinha, Dembele, Koundé.
Well, Dembele was your own player.
Yeah, but he was a free agent pretty much.
He was. Yeah, I guess.
Chelsea has no pull, man.
I
The
guess so.
Champions League got them nothing. But they did get like a what's it called, a really good player like Koulibaly,
sick
Raheem
player.
Sterling, obviously.
Yeah.
But I still think they need that other defender as well too. If they get Kimpembe, it can change. Because I think Kimpembe is a good defender for a back 5.
Back 3.
That's what I'm saying. A back 5, he's good.
Yeah.
And also if what's it called, Chilwell stays fit as well too, obviously. Because
Chilwell's
I think
fitness
their
is key.
full backs are their best players in my opinion, like their most influential.
Yeah.
Obviously there's Mason Mount as well too and everything, but
Yeah.
I think those full backs are really key for them, and they still haven't gotten that center back. So if Chalobah is playing,
Yep.
or
not
Sarr,
bad, but it's just
he's not bad. He can't play a full 38 game season.
Plus Champions League plus Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, in my opinion. So I don't know. I have Chelsea 5th. I think Mobin has Chelsea 5th as well too.
I have Chelsea 5th as well. The thing about Chelsea is that if like Chilwell's injury prone and they don't have a backup to like Reece James, so that's a scary thing.
Well, they've done Callum Hudson-Odoi over on that position, and he's done well there.
No.
He's done well there.
No, he's not as good as Reece James. He's not as good as he's supposed to be in that position. That's why I think they need another right back, like a good backup option. They need Marcos Alonso's gone, Apilicueta's gone, so they don't have that depth in the wing backs anymore. Dorna said they need another another center back to make sure their defensive is solid, and also they've been pretty shaky in the preseason. The thing that made me more confident about putting him in the fifth is the Arsenal Chelsea game. It's just Tuchel himself was so confused of what was going on in that game. Mm-hmm. He was so lost.
Bro, Aspie's still at the club.
Aspie's still at the club? I thought he was a free agent.
Aspie and Alonso are still there, and I don't think they're going to Barca anymore because Tuchel's upset on what Barca's doing.
Yeah, they're still there. They were linked with the.
No, but aren't they free agents now?
No. They both have one. They have 1 year left on their contract, and it was rumored that they were gonna go. Okay. So Aspie is still there, so he can play that center back spot. They want someone else there because they know that they're probably gonna lose him at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And they know that Marcos Alonso wants to move on, but those players are still at the club.
Yeah. No, I never said they weren't, but I just don't. I see Chalobah was starting over him, in my opinion.
For the most part,
I don't think Aspie's as good as he used to be. I think he's just another rotation player now at this point. He's just their captain, pretty much.
No, I thought they were a free agent now, but the thing that made me confident about putting fifth is the preseason game versus Arsenal. Arsenal seemed very more dominant and understanding of what they wanted to do. Yeah. So that's why I have Chelsea at fifth.
Wow, what happened to preseason doesn't matter though.
No, but it could give you a few glimpses of what you can see in the future.
It matters when I like it.
No.
When I see I like it matters.
Sometimes there are a few things that you can definitely see in preseason, let's say Darwin Núñez. I'm not gonna judge Darwin Núñez's ass based on the preseason that he had. Obviously, we all know
because he also had a good preseason.
He had the same amount of goals as Martial.
Okay, but I'm not gonna he had 0 goals in 3 games and just 4 in 1. I'm not gonna.
2 games.
Yeah.
2 games?
Yeah, he played 2 games.
I still think that that's not a good
3
preseason.
Games, 4.
Yeah.
That's still 66% failure rate. So I'm just gonna go with he didn't have a good preseason.
I don't know. You might be bending the numbers a bit there.
He shit the bed 2 out of 3 games. That's 66%.
He didn't shit the bed. He didn't shit the bed.
He shit the bed.
Bro, he just came to the club and didn't score, and he looked dangerous the entire time. He just needed to sort his feet out on a couple of those, and then when he sorted his feet out, he scored 4 in 40 minutes.
I don't know. I still think he didn't have the best of preseasons.
So Gabriel Jesus is a good player now, eh?
Yeah, Gabriel Jesus is a baller. He's a baller.
He could definitely prove me wrong of him being overrated, but I still think that he's not as good as people think he is. Okay. And I can honestly be more than happy for him to prove me wrong because I have him in fantasy. So just score 20 goals if you want to, man. Okay. Give me them goals. Give me them points.
Chelsea did also play a back four, and they never played that. When they play back four, they play like shit. We saw it. What happened? Against, what was it? They played one in the Prem. I think it was against.
They lost.
Was it Brentford? I think it was Brentford. They played a back four. Real Madrid. They played a back four the first game too. They're horrendous with a back four.
It didn't look good.
Especially with Marcos Alonso.
Yeah.
So fifth, because you guys got Chelsea fifth.
You got Arsenal?
No.
Oh wait.
Tottenham Hotspur.
No.
Tottenham Hotspur.
What?
Tottenham Hotspur.
Damn.
Okay, I'll start from the back out, all right, for this club. Lloris is past it.
Garbage.
He's well past it.
Most overrated goalkeeper in the world.
That back line, Longley, he's been okay in his career.
Okay.
I think he can do. No, he's shit. Man.
He's been okay in his career, but
bro, the past 2 years, Longley has been horrendous.
He is at left center back, an upgrade on Ben Davies. I'll give him that.
It is an upgrade.
It is an upgrade. Center back, they're still gonna have like Dyer playing.
Sanchez and Romero.
Oh, Sanchez.
Sanchez is terrible.
He's the definition of a rash ball into the midfield that to a player that's already covered. He is so pressable for forwards that I just don't trust him. Yeah. And Dyer, I still don't rate him that highly, even though he's been doing all right at center back. Right wing back.
Emerson.
Emerson, Matt Doherty, or Jed Spence. Jed Spence had a good season in the championship. Is this guy going to come into an Antonio Conte team? No, he's not, because he's 21 years old, and Antonio Conte likes the old men. He likes his old boys. That's why he's brought in Ivan Perisic at left wing back. I don't think that's going to work in the Prem.
Perisic can actually work, in my opinion. He's
in
a
the
physical
Prem
player. I think it can work, but it's just like...
I think he's going to get caught out because the Prem is so much more fast-paced than the Serie A. So, like, the wingers are going to get in behind there so much more.
Yeah, that's it. Like it's
a risk.
It's a risk, but
Yeah.
I think it can like pull. It can actually work out because he will pitch in for like goals too. He'll get assists as well too.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
I genuinely think Reguilon's gonna start.
I think Reguilon should start. I think I'd like it more if Reguilon started. Like, I would consider moving him up more if Reguilon started.
Hasn't Sessegnon been starting recently?
Sessegnon also been good, but they brought in Perisic. They've got Perisic, Reguilon. Like, they've got three wing backs for both their wing back positions.
Yeah.
So I think at some point we're going to see one from each get loaned out.
Probably.
Because there's no way they're starting the season like this. Midfield, it's an okay midfield. I don't think it's any better than Chelsea's. I think it's better than Arsenal's, don't get me wrong. But I think that their midfield's no better than Chelsea's.
All right.
Like, even with the additions of, like, Basuma, like, I mean, Højbjerg's good, but he's not necessarily better than Conte, you know, or Kovacic. And who's been playing with...
Jorginho.
Yeah, and who's been...
Bentancur.
Bentancur, he's been okay.
I'm not convinced.
I'm not convinced about it.
Same.
See,
I don't think Bentancur is good.
This is a lot of players that we're saying we're not convinced about. Because as soon as we talk about Tottenham, the mind immediately goes like, oh, Son and Kane are like the best Premier League duo of all time. They're one of them, for sure. One of the best duos of all time. They are absolute ballers. Are we banking on Harry Kane to be fit?
Yeah, I think Harry Kane
Are
can be
we?
fit. I can.
He's got the World Cup in October.
Mm-hmm.
He's every season he's injured for at least a month, and he's got the World Cup coming up in October. There's gonna be so many games. He's playing in the Champions League this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gonna be so many games for Tottenham that I could see him going down injured. And then who's their option? Richarlison, who they've absolutely broken the bank, spent way too much on getting.
Yeah.
Who, like, he's gonna do what? He's gonna be waiting for Kane to get injured. He's gonna rotate with Kulusevski on the wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't rate this. Like, I think that it's better than, like, because it's an Antonio Conte team, it's going to be very competitive. And maybe this is the one where I'm wrong, because I could see them being higher up. I mean, I think these are all pretty good teams that could be higher up. I just feel like this is going to be the one team that misses out. So
Yeah.
I think Kane's going to go down injured. They're going to be missing goals.
I think their midfield isn't bad with Højbjerg and Basuma, but
It's
if
not
one
bad.
of them get injured
Yeah.
or they get suspended for like a couple games,
Harry Winks.
yeah, Harry Winks,
Ollie Skip.
Oliver Skip,
Yikes.
Bentancur, like
Oh,
that's the thing. Like,
boys.
but
It's-
those two are good in my opinion. Basuma pushing up and down the pitch is going to be good. Højbjerg just like a stay back like CDM.
Yeah.
That United kind of need a stay back CDM, not a box to box.
Yeah.
But yeah, like their front three is like disgusting. I
It's
think
disgusting, and especially with
disgusting.
Kulusevski, I think that it's great. But I
Yeah.
think that if Kane goes down and they have to put Richarlison in there,
Yeah.
I think they will be lacking goals. And I don't think that if they're lacking goals, that's going to cover for how poor they are, like how bad their defense is, and how mediocre their midfield might be.
Yeah, no, it's a fair shout.
And like, don't get me wrong, I'm still putting them fifth. Like, no disrespect to Tottenham, but like being fifth for Tottenham, like that's
amazing.
That's fine for Tottenham. Like that's completely fine. Like, and that would be like a good season for Antonio Conte because he still has to bring in a couple players. Like, he's still developing like that back line. He's still making that better. It's like,
Who
so
you got fourth?
Who have I got fourth? Fourth, I have Arsenal.
Okay.
The mighty Arsenal.
Top four.
The top four. I think that their preseason's shown that they can do it. I really rate Gabriel Jesus as a number 9. Like, I think that's gonna be really, really good, especially with Odegaard, Saka, being creative for him.
Yeah.
I like the signing of Marquinhos as well. Like, that was sort of an underrated signing because Arteta's been pretty open about how he's going to be slowly added to the team.
Yeah.
The defense looks great because William Saliba is an absolute machine.
Yeah.
He might even like start playing some games at right back, like where Tomiyasu has, because he's played out wide on the right and he's pretty progressive with his passing and he dribbles quite a bit for a center back.
Mm-hmm.
But Gabriel Magalhaes, that's a fucking player.
Amazing.
Ben White, that's a player.
Yeah.
Gabriel Martinelli, I think, is one of the fucking hot prospects in the
he's
in
amazing.
Europe. Like, I really, really like him. Like, I wanted him to replace Sadio Mane. I wanted that to be the signing because he can play on the right, play on the left, play central. Like, he would have been a great, versatile player to bring in. Darwin Nunez, also very happy with that. Left back, and this is where I start getting concerned about them. Left back, Tierney goes down injured. Zinchenko for a lot of games this season isn't ideal because he was definitely signed like to come play midfield. I think because they needed midfield depth. Because I mean, having versatile players, this is the benefit that you get is like you have someone like okay, we are injury prone at left back. We are pretty thin in the midfield. If Tierney goes down injured, Zinchenko can play left back. If he doesn't go down injured, we've got Zinchenko adding to depth in our midfield. It's pretty good coverage there. But the midfield is also pretty thin. Like Lokonga had a good game against Chelsea, but he looked off the pace last year. Thomas Partey, good defensive midfielder. I like him a lot. Inconsistent, injury issues. Granit Xhaka, the captain of inconsistency.
No, he's consistent. He's just anger management.
No, and he doesn't consistently finish 90 minutes on the pitch without getting sent off. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's like you know what you're gonna get from when he's on the pitch, but you can get in his head a bit, and he makes rash tackles. Like he's good for at least a yellow card every year. Don't put him in your fantasy team.
Yeah.
Who have you guys got fourth?
I got Arsenal fourth as well.
Yeah.
I just think that right now, Arteta is given the time that he needs to improve this team, and this team is actually coming up really well.
I like it. It looks really good.
Yeah, the first starting team is looking really well. Like they all have great chemistry together. They seem to connect plays nicely with each other, and when you talk about William Saliba, I just felt like the fact that they have Ben White, Gabriel, and Saliba.
Yep.
So they could easily go with the back five, and if Tomiyasu's not the best at being a right wing back, they got Hector Bellerin that could be
Bellerin's back,
position.
and I mean he had an amazing season for Betis last year. They won the Copa del Rey. I'm sure half his heart's still in Betis. So let's be honest, but he's an X factor because he went that whole season pretty much uninjured.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
For Bellerin, you don't.
It's huge.
That's insane. That's the main thing that's fucked up his career.
His
is the
vegan
injuries.
tactics going well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got a good amount. They can go with a few tactics that can do well.
Yeah.
Like Saka and Odegaard starting beautiful.
Great.
Martinelli and Emil Smith-Rowe, best players.
Fabio Vieira is also a really good addition to that squad.
Absolutely.
Nicolas Pepe. From the bench, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But starting in Europa League, maybe he catches some form. Maybe we see a rebirth of Nicolas Pepe, or maybe we see him get shipped off in January.
I hope he comes back and plays, man.
Because he was fun to watch when he was playing for Lille.
First player to dribble past Van Dijk after his 400 days streak of not getting dribbled by. I have Spurs fourth. I think Noble already pretty much said everything about Spurs, but I just think Conte is just he's the third best manager in the league, and I think he can really push them to get that fourth place spot again.
Jeez.
I can't Noble already said everything about them. The reason why I have them below third place for me, who is Arsenal, I'm gonna say because I'm gonna say it next. I have Arsenal third. Is because if Harry Kane gets injured, Richarlison is gonna be coming in. And if Richarlison doesn't work out, it's gonna be Son in the middle. Then do we still have Bergwijn, or is he gone now?
Gone.
He's gone. He's gone. Ajax. They got Lucas Moura from the bench. Lucas Moura and Richarlison from the bench.
So it's they're gonna have to find a way to get the goals. Don't get me wrong, Son's an amazing goal scorer, but Son works the best when he has Harry Kane, because Kane plays those balls for him through, and then Son just runs past him. But so I have Arsenal third. I think this is the year they're gonna get their Champions League spot, and they're gonna actually do amazingly because of the addition of Gabriel Jesus, who's another Harry Kane kind of player, where he can play balls, he can dribble, he can score goals as well too. It's just
Harry Kane is a dribbler now.
Harry Kane, no, I'm saying not dribbler, as in he'll take on four players,
right? Yeah,
but he can at least hold the ball up, take it forward with him, everything like that. Well, Jesus can actually take on players.
He can take on players. Jesus, his hold up's not as good as Kane, but Jesus could actually take on players on the dribble. That's
I have them, and I think obviously the addition of him is going to be key for them, because now we're going to see more goals by Martinelli. We're going to see more goals by Saka. And their defense they had I think top 4 best defenses in the league last year. And their midfield is the problem with them. If Xhaka gets injured or Xhaka gets suspended, they're gonna have a run of games where they won't have him. Thomas Partey gets injured or something again.
It could fall apart if Partey, who's injury prone, if Tierney, who's injury prone, both pick up injuries, and Lokonga's not playing that well, and granted Xhaka gets like a 3-game suspension, their season could just fall apart.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, in those 3 games, like if those are against like top 4 opposition, because that happens. Like I haven't looked at their schedule, but like they could be like a run of 3 games where they have to play against like Spurs, Chelsea, West Ham, and they could just completely fall apart.
Yeah, but I think Jesus is a great addition to get them that 3rd place spot.
Oh, I think so. Yeah. No, I like them at 3rd. I'm fine with them at 3rd. Like again, my 3rd through 5th is all interchangeable.
Before I say my 3rd, I just want to say like I saw that cheeky switch that you did on your phone.
I thought about it.
Yeah,
You thought about it?
He switched Arsenal and Spurs at the
Oh,
last
I convinced
minute.
you? I
Yeah,
convinced you?
them.
Was it when I was talking about Tottenham or when I was talking about Arsenal?
We were talking about Arsenal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw this sneaky switch, but I have Liverpool as 3rd.
3rd?
Yeah. The reason that I have Liverpool as 3rd is not something is biased. It's just I think that the 2nd place team that I have, it's like a gut feeling I have about them. There's nothing too much about it, but there's also the fact that like Liverpool have missed out on Mane, and they also like is Luis Diaz able to like step up and fill those boots for Sadio Mane?
Yes.
Is he? I don't know.
He is.
He stole his position at left wing.
I don't
While
know.
he was
I
at
just
the
think,
club.
Yeah, but that was before AFCON though. That was
What?
because of AFCON.
No, like he came back from the AFCON and
Yeah,
he
but-
was still playing there.
I don't know. I just think like the fact that like he was hot on form and like he just like you can't just take out someone that is doing really well. No, like it makes sense.
Why is Dorn laughing so hard at
Just wait
this?
till you hear his 2nd place team. Everybody already knows what it is. It's just mad who his 2nd
Is it
place
Tottenham?
team is.
Yeah.
You've got Tottenham 2nd ahead of Liverpool. Listen, okay. If everything goes well for Tottenham, I could see it.
Yeah. No, like
I can't at all, man.
But I also really don't think it's gonna happen, bro.
That goalkeeper, that defense. is
no.
not-
I'll go up to Spurs and tell why I think they're gonna be 2nd. But Liverpool,
Yeah.
like their midfield is aging. I don't know if Jordan Henderson could keep it up.
He can.
I don't know, man. Thiago Alcantara.
One of
Henderson's
the
not that old.
He's like 31.
Yeah.
Pack it in, retire. You're done.
No.
You're done.
Thiago's not that old. Fabinho's
Yeah,
like what?
Thiago's like
No,
30.
I talk about like
Fabinho's like
I'm
27.
talking about like
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I'm talking about Jordan Henderson and Thiago.
They're like 30. They're like 29, 30,
No.
31-ish. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, how old do you think they are? Hold
Henderson
on.
is 33. Thiago is 31.
Hold on. Okay.
No, I don't think Henderson's 33 yet, man.
Thiago Alcantara
31.
is 31.
Yeah.
Born 1991, 31. And Jordan Henderson,
32, 33.
which is it, 32 or 33?
I'll go with 32 just to safe a bet.
Jordan Henderson is 32 years old.
Yeah, see? So their midfield is aging.
Aging. They're okay. It's not
I don't-
fucking FIFA
No,
or
but
Football
like
Manager where they
I don't
just
know,
drop
man.
off a
Like
cliff.
I genuinely don't think they can keep it up as as well as last season. And also, is Matip gonna be as good as last season?
Doesn't have to be.
He does.
Why? Because we got Konate.
Okay, is Konate gonna be as well last season as well?
Doesn't have
Like
to be.
Gomez.
We got Gomez.
Yeah, but
Mate,
Gomez
those are
is
4,
sad.
6.
Gomez is depressed
He's
right now
not.
at Liverpool.
Dude, did you watch his interview after he signed his contract?
I don't know why he signed the contract.
Because he loves playing for Liverpool. He's
But
so
he should
happy at the
move.
club. Why?
He's not gonna start.
He might.
Where?
Like
Center back.
center back.
In front of who?
Bro,
Van Dijk? In
yeah,
front of
no.
Konate? In front of Matip?
Possibly.
He's 4th string right now.
Bro, I don't know if you've noticed this, but Van Dijk's center back partner has been different each of the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, but
Like
right
Klopp
now,
just goes like, "Who's playing the best this season?" Okay, you're gonna play with Van Dijk
I
starting.
think it's still gonna
Oh.
be Matip and Van Dijk.
I think it's still gonna be
yeah.
Matt
So
Van Dijk.
if
It could be Konate
Gomez
Van
is
Dijk.
gonna be 4th string, then
Yeah.
why even be at the club? Just move on.
Because the team plays so many games that he's gonna get game time. The other thing is that he deputizes at right back because we've just sold Nico Williams and we signed Calvin Ramsey. Calvin Ramsey, he's probably not gonna play that much. He doesn't look quite ready yet. So Joe Gomez deputizing at right back. You know,
Thing is, look, like you say, Matip. We don't know if he's gonna have another good season. Matip was always good.
Yeah.
He was never bad.
Injury
he never had a
prone.
bad
no,
season.
No. He was not good.
He
like,
was always
inconsistent.
good.
This season was last season.
Ever since he came from Schalke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was good at Schalke.
Great at Schalke,
He
yeah.
came. He was still good.
No,
he was
no,
just.
no, no.
It's just
He did
injuries.
not have a good
consistent.
season.
It was
No, he just
injuries.
has struggled for consistency because of the injuries.
Listen, whoever you have next to Van Dijk is gonna be good.
Yep.
Doesn't matter who
Straight
it is.
up.
Lovren looked
Okay,
like the
but-
best center back.
I don't know, man. I just don't see like them doing as well as last season. I think Like, they just lost too many. Like, it's
Who?
just a lot of, like, not lost too many, but, like, there's a lot more cons.
They lost Mane, but they replaced him with. They already had Luis Diaz at the club, and they brought.
I
in
just think that
Nunez.
there's more cons than pros right now for Liverpool.
More cons than pros. More cons than
That's
pros.
what I think. That's what I think.
Okay, what are the cons?
Cons, like I said, the midfield is, like, getting old.
Slightly older, like 32 and 31. That's
I
not
still
that bad.
think, like,
Right.
for the play, like,
Especially the way that they played, it's not a big deal. But go ahead.
I don't know. The left wing position,
Luis Diaz.
who's gonna be their starting striker, center forward?
It's gonna be Darwin
Gonna
Nunez.
be Luis Diaz, Darwin, Salah.
Yeah, simple.
Then Jota's gonna come off the bench.
Yep.
What about Firmino?
He's been coming off the
Firmino's
bench.
gonna play at number 10.
Wait, so
They've been playing 4-2-3-1 in preseason.
4-2-3-1.
They've played 4-2-3-1 in preseason. Yeah.
So
they're gonna be doing both.
one of the players, one of Jordan Henderson and Thiago is gonna be benched.
Not benched. They're gonna get rotated. Dude, we're gonna be playing in the Champions League and the Premier League and the FA. Dude, we went to the finals.
every tournament.
We played every single possible game last season. Like, we went to the finals of both cups, won them both. Fucking played every single match in the season. Obviously,
That
everyone
gives
does.
me more reason to say, like, they're gonna be more fatigued.
We're rotating them. We have
lack of
rotation.
match sharpness.
Are you on? What are you fucking saying, bro? They're lacking match sharpness,
He's only
bro.
on
If Jordan Henderson sits out a Champions League game on a Wednesday night,
I don't know.
okay?
I just
no.
don't-
Let me
Okay,
finish.
say it.
If Jordan Henderson sits out a Champions League game on a Wednesday night,
Okay.
he still started the Sunday before, and he still started and he's gonna start on Saturday. His match sharpness is gonna be fine.
I don't know. I just don't see it doing as well as last season.
Mate, you're wrong. You're wrong.
This is.
We'll
this is
see.
tough.
We'll see.
This is
We'll
tough.
see.
This is tough.
Especially with who you have.
How many
at second.
goals? How many goals for Darwin Nunez?
How many goals for Darwin Nunez?
Yes. How many?
12, 13.
12, 13. How many goals for Salah?
I would say 20, 21,
Okay. How many goals for Diaz?
10, 9,
How many goals for Jota?
8, 7,
Okay. How many goals for Firmino?
0.
0?
I say two.
Actually, 1.
Okay.
Or 2.
1 or
Yeah.
2? Okay. And
But-
can I throw one more player in there?
Sure.
How many goals for Harvey Elliott?
0.
0.
Actually, 1, sorry.
Okay, 1. So you've just said that we're going to have 50 goals from our attackers.
Yeah, but I also think that other team like Spurs and City are going to have more goals from their attackers.
More
City, yeah. Spurs, no.
Spurs.
I
no.
think Spurs could get more goals from their attackers than Liverpool.
This is
Wait,
rough.
have you said your third yet?
My third? Yeah, it's Chelsea.
Okay, so wait, you didn't explain why you had him on third, right?
Yeah, you guys know. No, yeah. we got-
Okay, go, and then we're gonna talk about why I have Spurs on second.
Okay. Chelsea, right? Back three, if it needs to be. Cesar Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly. Now, that's a very experienced group.
Yep.
Some of them are slightly old. They also have Trevoh Chalobah, and they still haven't officially sold Levi Colwill. So, as far as 5 center backs, with Malang Sarr also as an option, and Reece James has played center back for Tuchel as well before, which
Okay.
I don't know. That's pretty solid. Edouard Mendy, he's fine. It's like he's not someone that
Reliable.
he's reliable. He's not someone that you need to worry about, but he's obviously not Ederson, Allison level of like exceptional at things, right? He's fine.
Yeah.
Midfield, Conte's should be back. Kovacic, I think, is a really, really good player.
Yeah, he was in my underrated
Yep.
team.
Yeah. Jorginho, he's fine, like
Shit.
reliable,
Not shit, but,
reliable,
like,
reliable.
He's Granit Xhaka,
Overhyped.
penalties.
Yeah, overhyped, but reliable. And then you've got left back. You've still got Chilwell, who, I mean, listen, if Chilwell plays well, it's fine.
If
still,
he stays fit, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It depends on their fitness and their center backs.
and also to back him up, you still have Marcos Alonso. And then in attack, you get Lukaku out of here because Lukaku fit Chelsea like a saddle fits a cow. Like, it just doesn't fit right. Like, you can put it on there, it just doesn't fit right.
No.
So having the options of Mount, Werner, Havertz, Sterling, freaking Hudson-Odoi. I'm missing people. Ziyech is still at the club. No? Yeah, he
Yep.
didn't move to Milan yet. He's still at the club. I'm fucking missing people here. Who am I missing?
I don't think
No,
so.
it's everybody.
That's
Yeah.
everyone?
Yeah, I think so.
Unless you count Kennedy. I don't even think he's
Kennedy.
there anymore.
Oh, mate. Yo, he can also play left wing back. Actually,
I know,
yo,
but I
he
don't
could
think
be
he's
in.
there anymore.
No, he is. He is.
Is he?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
is.
is. He's back. He's been training with him.
Okay, good.
Hey, yo, Marcos Alonso, your days are numbered. Kennedy's back.
No, I think Alonso's still gonna start.
I actually hope that I want Kennedy to move to Fulham because then he's
And then might bump up for my relegation battle.
Get the boys up, bro.
Kennedy to Pereira to Mitrovic.
To who?
Kennedy to Pereira.
I heard Guerrero. Yeah, Pereira. Yeah, Kennedy to Andres Pereira to Mitrovic. Yo,
Easy fantasy points.
It's
all 4.5 mils.
Triple captain Alexander Mitrovic and Andres. Vice captain Andres Pereira. Boys,
jeez.
You can't stop him. You can't stop the mighty Fulham. People are gonna think I'm a Fulham fan. No, but I think Chelsea's gonna have a really good year. Thomas Tuchel, he's consistent. They're gonna do well in the Champions League again, I think. I just think that they just need to. They got rid of a lot of the bullshit at the club, because last year they got interrupted with the Abramovich stuff because of what happened with Russia. Then they got the year before that they had Lampard for half the season, and Tuchel only came in and fixed it all. Won the Champions League immediately. So if they have another season where there's no bullshit, Chelsea team third place.
All right, you guys get your second in, and we keep my second for last.
I've got Liverpool.
Yeah, same.
I've got Liverpool. Right. I think that Man City are gonna do it. I think it's pretty. It's every year it gets harder to stop City, realistically, especially now they got Haaland. If he goes injury free, he's gonna score 30 goals.
Yep.
It's just such a set in stone. He is. They've sold some players as well, but gotten better. Just Man City are gonna run away with it, and Liverpool's gonna have just another good year. Darwin Nunez is probably gonna start maybe a little bit slow, maybe he won't. But it's just, it's going to be an outlet for Trent and Robbo to hit with crosses, a lot of good depth, young players like Harvey Elliott, Fabio Carvalho coming into the first team, Calvin Ramsey coming in at right back. If Trent goes down injured, Joe Gomez takes over at right back with Calvin Ramsey backing him up. James Milner's going to do his bit, get 4 assists, 1 goal as a penalty, and, he's going to celebrate with some Ribena and tea and crumpets.
Solid.
Just great player, real top class.
Tsimikas backup too.
Tsimikas is a backup. I can't imagine that he
the
stays the backup. Yeah, Greeks. He's a Scouser Greek.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing, bro. People call him the Greek Scouser. No, I'm the Scouser Greek.
Jeez.
Scouser first. He is. He loves Liverpool, but at some point, somebody's gonna sign him as their left back because he is quality.
Absolutely.
And it was such a random transfer too, because nobody was ever linked with him or heard of him. Then Liverpool bring him in from Olympiacos, and he's nasty. I just you know me, I love this team, and I think I don't need to say too much about them because you guys know how good they are. Mobin doesn't, but
no,
they got more cons than they got pros now, don't they?
I have reasons why I think Spurs second.
Spurs second.
Dorian, you want to say anything about Liverpool?
You covered it. They're the second best team. In my opinion, they're the best team on paper.
Yeah.
But it's just City just have so much depth, and
they've got so
their
many
quality
fucking
and depth is nuts. Rodri goes down, Calvin fucking Phillips comes in.
Yeah.
Fucking what's it called? De Bruyne goes down, Gundogan comes in.
Yep.
Fucking what's his name? Grealish goes down. They could play Bernardo. They can play what's it called? Julian Alvarez even on the wing.
Just come in and he also looks like a sick player.
Yeah, exactly. There's
Mahrez goes down. They don't even need to sweat it because they've already got they'll go Phil Foden, you go play the right wing.
Exactly. They're Foden as well too. And the fullbacks is their only problem.
But even that's not really a problem because you've got
Walker and Cancelo never get injured.
Yeah. Walker and Cancelo never get injured. Yeah. Then on top of that, they're probably gonna get Cucurella.
Yeah, probably. And then if Laporte goes down, they have fucking Stones who will start in any Premier League team.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about first, we all have City first, obviously.
Do you have Tottenham first?
No.
Okay,
no, I was gonna talk about because I see you guys talking about City first.
Yeah.
Very passionately.
Well,
before
not
I talk about my second, but
okay.
So Spurs second. Here's how I see it. I think Spurs have made good signings this transfer window. I think they probably currently have made the best, the second or top 2, if anything, transfer windows right now in the Premier League. You can argue that City has first and Spurs second. I'm okay with it, but because they made the signings that they needed. Because Sesenion's too young. You never know if he's gonna be that good. He's gonna be high risk, high reward. Reguilón wasn't impressive last season. They really got costed because of him. So he brought in Perisic, a very reliable left mid, left wing back. They brought in Langley. I think he would do very well under Antonio Conte.
Why?
He's got the playmaking ability that
He does not have playmaking ability.
No, he is a good passer.
He's a good passer. Yeah.
Okay, Short passing, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Okay, by playmaking, I mean like as being a good passer.
He'll give the ball to Højbjerg and Bissouma.
His distribution's fine.
Yeah, that's what I
okay.
meant. I worded it wrongly. I think I love Christian Romero. I was so distraught that he moved to Spurs. But in Atalanta, I absolutely love him. Davinson Sanchez may not be the best third center back you want, but they have good enough players that Conte
Dyer,
could trust. They
got
got Dyer.
Tanganga,
Conte really loves Dyer. So
ballers.
if anything, yeah. So they got players that they could trust in that position.
Yeah.
And on midfield, they have good enough midfield and offense. Their offense is probably my favorite in the league right now. Son, Kane, Kulusevski. I think all of them combined could easily get more than Liverpool's main five that I just mentioned.
No.
Wait. No, run that back by me again. Sorry. Who?
Son, Kulusevski, and Kane.
Will get more than Salah, Diaz,
All
Nunez,
those five.
Jota, Firmino.
Yeah, I think they could get
Those
more than all
three
five.
will have more goals than Liverpool's.
I believe so. I think they could do it.
What bet are we putting on this? What are we putting on the line for this?
I'm not a betting guy because the reason I'm not a betting guy, I am confident, but whenever I bet, it always goes to shit.
Mate,
Otherwise, I would have bet $100 on it.
Okay, I have Son getting 15, 16 goals.
Yeah.
I have Kane getting 20.
Yep.
I have Kulusevski getting 9, 10, 11, something around there.
Yep.
Richarlison probably 3, 4.
Those 5 players just need to get no, he didn't even say that Richarlison's on it. He said just the 3. Kane, Son, Kulusevski.
Even them 4,
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to get more than Liverpool's front 4. I think Diaz is easily going to get 13, 14 goals.
Yeah.
I think Salah is going to get 23.
I'm saying 25 plus for Salah.
I don't think so because of the addition of Nunez. I think Nunez is actually going to pitch in 17 goals, 18 goals, something like that.
Yeah. He's gonna score 5 of them against United. So.
Jota's gonna get probably 5, 6 goals in my opinion, and then Firmino at probably 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah.
But he's gonna get a lot of assists.
Yeah, I mean you can just picture it now. Robertson crossing from the left side over to the right to the left center back where Nunez is making a run and he just pretty much you can't slam dunk a ball, but he pretty much dunks on Lissandro Martinez.
Wait, why are we talking about Martinez? What?
Well, because Nunez is going to score 5 against United. Just hitting crosses to that back post. Nunez boom.
I thought we were talking about Spurs, but I think
Darwin caught a body.
If anything, Spurs have more cons than pros. In my
there's a lot more
no,
questions about them.
I think genuinely because
who's got the better midfield? Loban. Liverpool, or Spurs? Who's got the better midfield?
Do not say Spurs. Why are you thinking about this?
Okay.
Fabinho's better than both of their midfielders.
Fabinho's better than who?
I don't know, but it's
what do you mean
just
you don't know?
No, listen. Fabinho is great. I'm not just too confident in Thiago Alcantara. And
you don't think
Henderson.
Thiago is better than Bentancur or Bissouma?
I think role-wise, I think Højbjerg. I would choose Højbjerg over Thiago and
who you pick? Sorry, Højbjerg's more comparable to Fabinho. First of all,
I don't know. I'm just the things
they're fucking ball winners.
But okay, since Spurs doesn't have Spurs have 2 midfielders and Liverpool has 3.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be comparing Højbjerg and Bissouma to Henderson and Thiago.
Why then? Where's Fabinho? If anything, you should compare Fabinho and Thiago because they're going to be playing most likely in that 2 when they play 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Because they played the 3 and the 2 in preseason. It's gonna look. It's probably because they've got Carvalho and because they've got Nunez. It pushes Firmino back.
I think they're getting ready for that 4-2-3-1. That's why they brought in Carvalho.
I mean, that's typically what Klopp's done in his career. So the 4-3-3 has been a bit of a oddity in his career.
He just had to do it because he didn't have a proper cam at Liverpool.
After Coutinho.
Well, Coutinho he had to get rid of for that much money. You have to get rid of that. Yeah. But I think genuinely he's gonna move forward into that 4-2-3-1. That's why he brought in Carvalho. And Diaz can play left mid as well too. Left because he has so much fucking energy.
Yeah, he does.
When Salah is done, I think they're gonna get a proper right mid.
Yeah.
And then Darwin Nunez, obviously, the hold up target man kind of thing up front.
Yeah, it's gonna be
But so Fabinho over Højbjerg, Bissouma over Thiago.
Oh, you're crazy.
That's how I see it.
That's mad. That's actually insane.
I don't know, man.
Bro. That's kind of a really really out there take on that one.
Go defense. Go defense.
I said defense.
Okay, defense. Tip or Davinson Sanchez.
Any of them.
I would say
fucking dire?
I would say they're pretty equal.
Oh, you're crazy. You've lost your head. Okay, we're done talking.
No, listen.
We're done talking
Listen.
about
Oh, no, wait.
Matip
I
just had
wanna hear him
one
say that
good.
Jed's- oh.
Matip just had one good season. He's like
That's
MIP.
That's one more.
He's MIP, most improved last
That's
season.
one more good season than Davinson Sanchez has had.
No, I'm talking about Longley. Longley had a
That's one more
first
good season than Longley's had.
No. Longley had a good season at Barcelona first season.
Longley at the start was.
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a long ass time ago.
Yeah, but Matip is 32, something like that, and Longley is 25. I
Okay.
think Longley has the better upside than Matip right
Are
now.
you serious?
Okay, Konate.
Okay, Konate, sure. Konate is better than Longley, sure.
Yay, we got one, boys.
But
Let's go.
but Liverpool are an offensive team. They're gonna be reliable on defense, while the Spurs is a defensive team.
Yep.
And they obviously going to be liable on offense, but their balance in the team is much better than Liverpool's, in my opinion.
What are you talking
Liverpool
about?
conceded less goals than Tottenham.
Yeah, but that was with Nuno.
So they're already better. They're already better. Even when Conte came in, he still
Okay. They had Nuno at first, and then Conte improved his defense right now.
He did, but who conceded more goals?
Doesn't matter. It's just all about improving the team.
You're saying that they're a liability in
No,
defense.
Dort, we're getting to the point where he's gonna say that Jed Spence is better than Trent.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
Like, and that
No.
Perisic is better than Robertson.
No.
Like, we're
That's
getting to
not
these
what I'm gonna
points.
say. I'm not gonna say that. Obviously, I'm just saying like it all depends on defensive structure that Conte is gonna imply to the team.
Okay.
And I think that just because of that, Spurs has a really good chance of performing much better than last season. They had a hot run of form when Conte came in, and with the changes, with the additions that they brought in, I think they could do a lot better. I think Conte would be expecting more of them. I don't think Conte is going to be focused on Champions League. I don't think he's going to be focusing on what's it called? He's going to be. Doesn't matter. Like, he's not going to focus on Champions League. I think he's going to be focusing on either EFL or, as people call it now, Carabao, or the FA Cup, and then mostly on retaining top 4 in the Premier League. And that gives more advantage to Spurs than it will give to a team like, Liverpool, Arsenal, and, Chelsea, because their main focus is going to be on that league, while other teams will have the focus divided into other things. That's why I think Spurs really could do well this season.
You're right.
It's not about quality, it's about taking advantage of the opportunity and doing their tactic very well, that it comes up pretty well.
But look, Liverpool divided their focus into all 4 tournaments they were in and still
Successful.
finished in the finals for all of them.
Second in the league. Runner-up in the Champions League in a 1-0 defeat to Real Madrid.
Okay.
Won both cups. That divided attention. Okay, whatever. I don't think that you're correct there. And then on top of that, they've strengthened the squad, and it's deeper than it was last season because Harvey Elliott's gonna be available for the whole season. Like, there's not gonna be an injury the way that he had last season.
Yeah.
Fabio Carvalho's come in. He was great in the Championship last year.
Okay.
Like, there's actually a better squad here for Liverpool than they had last year.
You could say that, but I don't know. I just think that this team still needs time to figure out. I just don't see him doing well as last season.
Okay.
And the fact that their depth kind of lacked. I think their depth dropped a little bit.
Not at all.
I think so.
Better depth than last. Our depth is Firmino, Jota, Harvey Elliott.
You guys know I fucking hate Firmino.
Yeah, we know you
I'm
do.
not really sold on Thiago as well.
You're not sold on Thiago?
No.
You're not sold on Thiago. No. Why are you not sold on Thiago? He was amazing last season.
They're talking about aging. They have a
35-year-old
Perisic at left back.
Yeah, but they also have a Reguilon, and they also have
Reguilon's ass.
Okay, but like I said,
Emerson.
Like I said, it's all about. Like I said, it's all about the players. It's all about players doing what Conte wants them to do, and if they do that well, which I think they will, because Conte has been strict on them heavily, I think they could easily get second if they really put their heart into it.
All right. Well, okay. So we'll move on now because I think we've all said our pieces on that. All right. We're gonna move on to the relegation battle, right?
Yeah.
Should we start down at the bottom again? 20th.
Sure. Sure.
All right, this team pretty dead and buried. I think we might all have the same one. I've got Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Yep, same. Bournemouth.
I just think that this team just lacks quality.
They didn't improve their squad.
They didn't improve it enough. Their midfield's okay with Lerma, Billing. You know, like that's okay. Like as far as the team goes, their defense looks really, really poor. And if Dominic Solanke can't score at the Premier League level, this team is dead and buried. Like they will be like dead by Christmas.
I think they're gonna do worse than Norwich.
Don't disrespect Kiefer Moore, please.
Who?
Kiefer Moore.
Mate. Might do well against United.
Yeah.
More, baby. More.
Huh? He might do well against teams with like, you know, short center backs because he is just a pure target man.
Hey man, I don't know, Bournemouth. It's like usually when you come up from the championship, you improve your squad and quality.
They just really haven't.
They haven't done
enough
any improvement, in my opinion.
Looks like a thin squad.
I think their team looks the same as they did last year, pretty much.
Yeah.
In terms of quality.
Yep.
I have Southampton 19th.
Oh, same. I have Southampton 19th as well.
I have Southampton 17th, just surviving.
Okay.
Because I think that they've done. Just speaking on Southampton. Actually, you know what? You guys start us off. Let me know why you think they're going down. And I'll tell you why I think they stand up.
Last season, they weren't the best. And this season, I don't know. Their transfers aren't convincing enough. They brought in a center forward from Bordeaux. I forgot what his name was.
Sekumara.
Yeah, Sakumara.
Yep, Sekumara.
But
He's not going to be like first team player.
Yeah. So, and they also brought like a few more players. I don't remember the name, but they
brought in Joe Aribo from Rangers.
Okay.
Romeo Lavia from Man City. That's their big like midfield acquisitions.
Okay.
And it looks like they're now challenging Bayer Leverkusen for Samuel Edozie from Man City as well.
Yeah. Also, they brought in Bazunu.
Yeah, it's Gavin Bazunu from Man City as a goalkeeper.
Yeah. So I'm looking at that. I'm like, are those Premier League quality? Are those the type of player that they were like relegation scared last season? Are those the players that they brought in to make sure that they're going to stay up?
Yep.
I personally don't think so.
Okay.
I think that they're great championship players.
Okay.
But they're not ready for the Premier League yet.
Okay, they still do have James Ward-Prowse and Oriol Romeu for that midfield. Still
Romeu,
have that, you know?
But Ward-Prowse, I think, you know, no matter how good you are, you can just, you know, save a team at all times.
The defense, they got Tino Livramento back from injury, right back. They've got Jan Bednarek. He's solid. And then they've also got Mohamed Salisu, who's like, that guy could be like linked with a big move next season, actually, in my opinion. I think he's going to be linked with a move up. Left back, who do they have playing there last season? I think Salisu deputized there a bit as well.
I don't remember. I
I'll
just
check
know like
that real quick.
Right back is either Jan Valerio, Kyle Walker-Peters. So
No, it's Tino Livramento. Kyle Walker-Peters was playing left back.
Livramento, yeah, you're right.
Kyle Walker-Peters was playing left back, you're right.
Okay, left back. But yeah, I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem like the type of team that seems structurally prepared for a Premier League battle again. This team would do very well in like, you know, championship. Don't get me wrong. They could easily like get second or third. But I just don't see them making it past relegation.
Sorry, we missed a pretty big signing. They got Armel Bella-Kotchap as well from Bochum in the Bundesliga. He's a very, very solid young center back. They still have Ibrahima Diallo in midfield. Nathan Tell is now 22, so he should be taking his steps like as a better, like more established Premier League winger. Mohamed El Yunusi he's a still serviceable player. Moussa Djenepo he could pop off because he's a very skillful dribbler. Ward-Prowse is always good. The question for me up top for them is up top. They've lost Armando Broja.
Yeah.
So having Che Adams, Adam Armstrong, and I forget who their third striking option is. Oh, Nathan Redmond as their third like option at center forward. That's the one area of concern for me. Like I like what they've done with their business, bringing in those young players from Man City because they got I can't remember his first name, but his last name is Shields. He was the director of like the youth development at Man City. They brought him in, which is why they got Bazunu for like permanent transfer, not even just on loan. Lavia, who's ready for the Prem. And then they're hoping to get Samuel Edozie also in, who's a pretty skillful winger. So like I like what they're doing. I just think that those aren't like necessarily Prem League like level increasing like for the club. But I think over the long term it's gonna be better. So that's why I have them close. I'm like 17th, but like to say they're going down this year, I got some bad teams ahead of them.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. I think for the long run, obviously the signings they made are good. It's just they're not ready to like. They didn't really improve their squad to be fighting for a Premier League spot this year.
Okay.
That's in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
So, for me, 19th, I've got Nottingham Forest.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I have them on 17th.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's the same thing as, Southampton. They, but the difference is that right now they made, around 13, 12 signings.
Yeah, 12, 13 signings. They've
And
been very
it's gonna-
active.
Yeah, and it's
A lot of small deals.
it never works out when teams do that. Most of the time, it never works out because it's too many players are coming in, and you get it all have to build chemistry with each other, and it kind of becomes a mess. So
Yeah.
that's why I think they're active, and just because the fact that they're active, and Steve Cooper, I think last season, he was. I saw a video. I'm not sure. He was at the bottom, almost at the bottom of the
That's
table
when he took
championship.
over.
Yeah, he took over and he brought him to
Yeah.
So
what-
I think just because of his manager ability, he is slightly able to keep them up, but it's gonna be a really close relegation battle for them.
That's part of the reason I have them going down, actually, is because they were so poor in the championship before he took over that it shows that they, quality-wise, might not have it. The amount of transfers they've done, there's been some really good hits, some really kind of weird ones that they've done as well.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see what happens. I mean, this is a team that had Jack Colback playing at left wing back last season, so they're now in the Premier League. So it's they're a bit of a mixed bag. They could, and don't get me wrong, they could go on a run like we saw with Sheffield United, and that we saw with not Wolves, was it? It was sorry, I had that in my notes. Sheffield United and Brentford had last season, where they're just completely fine, not really in a relegation battle because the coach is good, because the team plays the system so well, but. We could also just see a team that just comes up, doesn't have the quality, and goes right back down, regardless of how good Steve Cooper is.
Yeah.
I have Forest 18th.
Okay, so you also think that they're probably
I
going to
think they're going to get relegated.
Yeah.
I think they have made good signings. They have Dean Henderson for a year. Is it a year or is it 2 years?
1 year.
1 year loan. They have Jesse Lingard obviously as well too. But
Yeah.
I don't think those two will help them enough to go forward.
No.
I don't think they're going to be able to stay up. I think it's close, honestly, between
Yeah.
the team. I have 17.
Who you got 17th? Or sorry. Who's your other relegation team, by the way?
Oh, I have Forest, Southampton, Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So for Southampton, Bournemouth.
Yeah, so there's 18th for me, Forest.
I'm hoping you've got
I have right now my 18th. I haven't set yet. Everton.
Everton. So
Yeah.
you've got Forest, Bournemouth, Everton.
Bournemouth, Southampton.
Bournemouth, Southampton,
Everton.
Everton. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got Bournemouth, Forest, Everton.
Okay.
Because I do not think that this team is good enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have Everton 17.
You got them just staying up, eh?
It's either them or Fulham.
All right.
No,
Really?
absolutely.
That's a good shout.
Fulham's garbage.
That's a good shout too, actually. Yeah.
Mitrovic is not sniffing 8 goals this year. Pereira's not gonna do anything.
17.
Not at all.
17 goals.
They're a really bad
You
team.
count them.
Like I said, it's like them, Norwich. They should have their own league. Everything they just keep promoting, getting down, they're relegated again.
Should we talk about Everton as a team though? 'Cause
Everton are
yeah.
horrendous.
They do. They look bad. I mean, they lose Richarlison. Can't really
Yeah.
reinvest the money because of the financial situation they're
Yeah.
in. So they are one Dominic Calvert-Lewin injury away from being fucking gone.
Yeah.
Because they do not have the quality and depth right now. They don't even have Salman Rondon anymore as a backup to him.
Yep.
As good as Anthony Gordon looked in certain games, I don't know if he's really up to the
Put
quality.
his fucking fantasy pick, Damari Gray, up top.
I
Oh.
think no. Look, Damari Gray
He
is
was
not going to
good,
be the
and then
best.
Christmas happened, and then he was bad.
No, like I said, I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
Damari Gray is gonna be the best player in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But he his role kind of got reduced because of Richarlison and the coming back of Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So since Richarlison left, maybe he could get a 6 of 5, a 6 for 10 goal contributions.
Relegated.
No, obviously,
Relegated.
Damari Gray is their second best player in that team. That's why, I'm definitely saying they're getting relegated.
Mate, and then they got Andros Townsend, who's listen, he can put a cross in the box, all right. And for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, that's good. Doesn't really provide you with much else. He's good for one wonder goal every season. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
And then you've got in that midfield, it's an aging midfield
Yep.
with Allen, Andre Gomes, who's
Is Doucouré still there?
Doucouré's still there, but he's
Okay.
inconsistent as a player.
Dele Alli there too.
Dele Alli's there, and I don't know what's gonna happen with him because I don't know where he really fits. Hey, if he recaptures his form, all power to him. Good for you. but like I really don't think that he's got it in him anymore. And then their defense, Seamus Coleman, right back, still probably first choice right back.
Yeah.
And I don't think they properly replaced Lucas Digne.
Yeah, Mikolenko coming in, he looked out of place. I mean, granted, there was some off the field stuff going on in his life. His country getting invaded and all that. That really has to weigh on the player. And I think that's especially as he moved to England and then immediately afterwards it happened. Like all of his friends and family would still be there. Like I think it's pretty unfair to judge him based on what we saw last season. But like he's also very young, could be all right. And then only center back recruitment, James Tarkowski. That means that we're still going to see Tarkowski with either Mina, Holgate, or Michael Keane.
Jeez.
Yeah, and Jordan Pickford, like, I don't know how much he's going to bail him out. I don't know how much he's going to be able to bail him out. Like, really, it's...
Nah, it's a bad team.
It's a bad
Who you guys
team.
got 17?
I have Nottingham Forest, like I said.
I have Southampton, but I also had, like, a special mention of Leeds.
Yeah.
Leeds, don't get me wrong, they've had a pretty good window. Like they've replaced Rafinha quite well with getting Luis Sinistera. He's an absolute baller of a dribbler.
But you don't think Ted Lasso's gonna do the job?
No, I don't know, because the squad looks fine. Like the center back partner of Koch and Llorente should be good. Those are both pretty good players when they're not injured and they not playing murder ball with Bielsa every fucking practice should keep the squad a bit more fit, which was a big problem last year. Ilya Melier, we know him, good shot stopper. Right back, they've got Rasmus Christensen or Luke Ayling, both very solid performers. Christensen's looked good in preseason. Left back, it's just Junior Firpo right now, but they are on the market for a left back.
Yeah.
And if they don't get the left back position sorted, and they don't figure out what they're going to do up at striker, because the wings and the cam, whatever, that's all sorted. You got Brennan Aronson coming in. He's a good playmaker. You've got Sinistera. You've got Harrison. You've got Dan James. Could be playing up top. Could be playing on the wing. A lot of good options. They just need to sort out their striker because Rodrigo's had a couple poor seasons, but he has not played as a number 9 under Bielsa.
Mm-hmm.
So if he starts playing as number 9 again under Marsh, maybe we'll see a return to form.
Yeah.
The player that saved him from relegation last season was
gone?
Joe Gelhardt. No, sorry, aside from Rafinha.
Okay.
Joe Gelhardt, young player that they had, he got like 3 assists and a goal in their like relegation struggle, and like including one against Brighton, which saved them. Essentially, like they would have been dead. So he did that like on a nice dribble too. Like you guys know how much I rate this player. He's a sick player. Dan James could be turned into the reincarnation of Jamie Vardy, just being able to run in behind. Like they just need to figure that position out and get a left back, and they'll be okay. But otherwise, they're looking at a tough season.
Yeah.
All right.
So we should move on to team to watch.
Who's your team to watch? Like now, team to watch doesn't necessarily mean like the team that we're like, oh, outside shout at getting Europe. It's just like this team is going to be either the most fun to watch or like most unexpected. Like they're going to be a team that really improved. Or it's a pretty open concept. So we'll just.
I have Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah.
I think that front four of Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus is gonna be like
It's gonna
quality.
be silky.
Champagne football is like it's gonna be amazing.
I love that champagne.
Yeah, bro, that's what the
football,
fans have been saying. I'm just
I
watching
love
that. Man, they're so good. Watching them four combined and score goals is gonna be amazing.
Yeah. Who you got?
Like we already named 12 teams.
Yeah,
like
we named a lot of teams. Yeah.
Like we already named 12 teams. We talked about them.
Yep.
If I had to choose from one of those 12, it definitely would be Spurs.
Doesn't have to choose from one of those.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going outside of.
Wait, Spurs for your most excited team to watch? Like that's the team you want to watch to park the bus?
I mean, I'm honestly excited with any type of football. To be honest.
They're so.
I would love the reason I said teams to watch is I have them on second, so. It's really going to be exciting for me at least to be like, how correct I am. I could be terribly wrong or completely correct. So that's why for me, that's the team I would love to watch. And
who else would you say though?
Outside those 12 teams we mentioned, I say Fulham.
Fulham, yeah. I've said my bit about Fulham. I've said my bit about those players.
No, it's gonna be really fun to see if Mitrovic's gonna break the curse, if Andres Pereira is gonna be his preseason Pirlo.
Yeah, preseason Pirlo, genuinely he is.
They also brought that winger from Shakhtar. I forgot his name.
Manor Solomon.
Yeah, Solomon.
The Israeli winger.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if he's gonna do well in the Prem. So it's gonna be a fun team to watch.
Mine, the great entertainers, Newcastle United. Mate, listen. If for nothing else, the St. Maximan show is one of the most entertaining things to watch every weekend. Like it's just so much fun to watch a player. Like he is probably the closest dribbler we've seen to Ronaldinho since Ronaldinho. Like he's obviously not got the same qualities. Don't put that word. Don't put those words in my mouth. But in terms of like skills and flicks and tricks,
Neymar, man.
Okay, Neymar. Yeah, all right. We've ever seen in
Too
the
late,
Prem.
I'm
If we've
cutting
ever
that.
seen in the Prem, we've ever seen in the Prem.
In the Prem?
In the Prem. In terms of dribblers,
Yannick Bolasie.
Yala Bolasie. He's better than Bolasie at dribbling. Come on,
Bolasie was
bro.
nuts.
You watch this?
Bolasie
guy?
would do like
You
the
watch
most
this?
messed
The
up.
Bolasie flick.
Bro, Tarapt.
Yeah,
bro.
are we forgetting about Adel Tarapt?
Bro, I'm not forgetting these players.
Tarapt was, bro.
Hey, the streets will never forget.
Bro, Bolasie, when he, what's it called? I forgot who it was.
It's
I
the
think-
Bolasie flick,
Who
bro.
was it against? It was against Liverpool where he swiped the floor and then he just ran past. I forgot who it was. I think it might have been Lovren.
Joe Flanagan.
Oh yeah, where he swiped the floor and then he just
Calm
ran.
down. It was Joe Flanagan.
No, but
All
still,
right?
it was just like he was Showtime, man. That
He
guy
was Showtime. So
quality.
St. Maximin's Showtime, but then you've also got Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah.
Great player, super fun to
Yeah.
watch. Joel Linton as a midfielder
Quality.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just a big shit house in the
Chris
midfield.
Wood.
No,
Jeez.
Callum Wilson. Come off it. Callum Wilson.
No, Chris Wood. Bro.
Callum Wilson, number 9.
Sven
Chris
Botman.
Wood.
Sven Botman is also
Trippier.
Yeah, Kieran Trippier.
Matthew Target.
Matty Target. Matty T.
Nick Pope.
Nick Pope. Again, see, like this is all entertainment, and they're still gonna go out and sign a right winger.
Yeah. Messi.
Yeah.
Could be Dembele
Never.
on a loan. Could be Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's also a fun player to watch. Could be. I mean, they got told no by Moussa Diaby, but you know, like
Sancho.
Sancho. Yeah, Sancho. You know,
What the
get him.
fuck?
Yeah, get your shit ass team. Sancho is like, hey, I don't want to be in a relegation battle. Can I go play for Newcastle?
Yeah. Yeah, Newcastle's a good shot too.
Yeah. All right.
Absolutely.
Let's move on to the personnel awards. So should we start with the big one, the Player of the Year?
All right.
I got KDB.
Yep. Same. I got KDB.
I
as
got
well.
KDB because I mean that just
Jeez.
seems to be the way that everyone votes every year.
It's
Like-
gonna go for the champion.
Yeah.
Like even my young player, I have. I think he qualifies. I'm pretty sure for this.
Is it Foden again?
I have Holland.
I have
Oh,
Holland.
does he qualify for
I
it?
think because it's 23 and under.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake! It
So I have
is.
Holland.
Yeah.
I think
All right.
it's
How
just
old
gonna
is
go-
he?
He's 23.
He's our age.
Oh, he's our age.
He's
I
our
thought
age.
It was like 21 or
If
something
you're
like that.
23 going into the season, you
Yeah.
qualify.
Yeah, that's so stupid. Sorry. Yeah. Well, I have to change my answer now because I didn't realize that Holland was still qualifying
Yeah,
for it.
so I have them too because I think it's just
Yeah.
gonna go to the champions again. KDB's gonna rack up so many assists. He's gonna pitch in for goals as well too. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's like best shooter outside the box.
As a set piece taker, he's actually going to have someone to aim for.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
Diaz and Laporte, for how good they are, they're not really aerial threats on the
Yeah,
attack.
But
Holland is a big fucking guy. Like,
but doesn't that give like the opposition more reason to target him for set pieces?
No,
you know?
because then you have what's it called, Diaz and
Laporte, like you have to
Stones.
you have to cover
Yeah.
these players. You know, like, so I also had KDB as my player of the year. I had written down before I realized that Holland was still available for the.
Would you have?
Luis Diaz.
No, all right. So can I tell you why I have this player before I tell you who he is?
Go on.
Okay.
I think that based on how his team is structured right now, his team is going to need young players like him to step up into these roles because they've got like no depth up front and they've got a manager that works really well with young players. He looked good last season under like coaches that were terrible coaches. But now this coming season, I think he's actually going to have like a really, really good season.
Elanga?
I've got Anthony Elanga.
Ah, fucking knew it.
I've got Anthony Elanga.
See, I predicted it.
After I gave you a very specific description.
Ball knowledge.
I described him as a player with managers last season that played well. Dude, I mean, United just don't have any depth up top, really, outside of, like, Ronaldo Martial having
Yeah.
that, like, as a striker. Like, there's not really another left winger.
Yeah.
There's not really another right winger after Sancho either. So it's like, at some point, somebody's going to get an injury. Or even if you guys sell Ronaldo, you have Sancho, Martial, Rashford,
And then back up Elanga.
just Elanga.
Yeah.
So I think that he showed off how good he was last
Yeah.
season, and I think that he's probably going to have to do some bits to actually help your club out this year. So I put him there, but it's going to be Holland if he.
Yeah. I just want to give an honorable mention that I was going to choose before Holland. I want to say Martin Odegaard. I think that him being in that Arsenal team would,
Mhm.
show him how quality he is, especially
Yeah.
he did very well last season, and with the like of having Gabriel Jesus in front of him, and having like top wingers on the side of him,
Yep.
I think he could do very well. But obviously, Holland's gonna take it.
Okay. Golden Boot.
Holland.
I have Holland.
I got Holland if he doesn't get injured.
Yeah.
Because
If
that's
not Holland, then I have Kane.
yeah. If not Holland,
Yeah, same.
I've got Salah
I don't think Salah's gonna score as much
With-
just because of Darwin Núñez.
with
up top.
an honorable mention to Gabriel Jesus.
Gabriel.
Jeez.
Gabriel Jesus. Honestly,
Okay.
give an honorable mention to him. Golden Glove.
I have Ederson.
I have Lloris. Okay, you guys know my reason.
No,
you
come
guys know
on.
my reasons.
Come on.
You guys know my reasons.
We know your reasons. We think they're terrible.
Yeah. Okay.
Lloris is like.
He's finished.
No. Listen. I'm not
Yes.
saying Lloris is good. I'm just saying that right now, with the way that Spurs is gonna play, definitely park the bus. They're gonna be defensively, structurally much better than last season because Conte had time in the preseason, to work with them. And I just think that just because of those reasons, what would have happened there? But just because of those reasons, Lloris is gonna have a Golden Glove season on the technicality. It's not gonna be because he's good. It's gonna be because his team played defensively well, and he's just gonna have to make some of those minimalistic saves from time to time, and make sure
Can't even make those anymore.
He's been bad, man. Come
I
on.
don't know. I just think that
But that's another bad.
I'm just
take
saying,
moment that he has
based
every
on
episode.
based on what I'm going with, I think this is the most sense that it makes sense for me.
Over Ederson, who's a Premier League champion probably again, who's probably gonna have up there in top 3 clean sheets, most passes completed from a goalkeeper.
Okay,
as
but
well,
Golden
too.
Glove doesn't relate to passes.
It's just clean sheets.
No, it's
Yeah.
clean sheets. Yeah,
It's just clean
Ederson-
sheets.
Ederson is probably gonna be
Okay,
up there.
but why are
Lloris,
we
I don't
bringing
think he's
passes
gonna
in?
be there.
But why are we bringing passes
I'm
in?
saying in terms of performance in general,
Okay,
he's gonna have a good
but
amount
like
of
I
saves
said,
as well,
from
too.
what I said, Spurs being second, it would only make sense that Lloris would have Golden Glove.
No.
it would make
From
no
what
sense.
Bro,
from what
Tottenham's
I said
defense is terrible.
Tottenham's defense wasn't even top 5
Yeah.
last year.
They still
Ramsdale
conceded.
has a better
Yeah.
shot than him.
I don't know. I say Lloris.
I've got Allison.
I just think it's just gonna go to the Premier League winner.
Yeah,
again, that's
might.
why.
Yeah, just no, it might. It's fine.
It's between them two.
Outside shout for Mendy.
I don't think.
No,
Mendy can
actually,
get
because
it
you guys
again.
don't think Mendy's defense is any good. Most assists,
Son.
KDB.
Trent.
I think KDB.
It
Man.
would be Trent. Yo, he's actually
I think KDB is gonna have the most goals plus assists this season, but I think
Ooh, that's interesting.
But I think Son is gonna has more assists than him. That's what I think.
Okay.
I have KDB. I think he's just those passes that he gives out behind.
Giving those to
defenders.
Holland now is gonna
Holland is gonna be disgusting, man.
be. I think it's still gonna be Trent because I think he's just so creative from that position that whether it's gonna be Salah.
Advantage of playing as United, yeah.
Yeah, whether he's playing it into Salah, whether he's playing it to Nunez, I think there's gonna be a ton of assists there still.
Fair.
Sack race. So which manager do we think is gonna get sacked first? There might be. You can shout out other managers you think might get sacked, but who do we think is gonna get sacked first?
You guys go first.
I got Chelsea legend Frank Lampard.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, same.
You do?
Yep, I have
Bro.
Lampard as well.
Do you guys have any prediction on who the replacement would be?
I don't know.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
That's a good show, but I don't know.
I think
I
it's
haven't
gonna.
looked into it much.
I think it's gonna be Sean Dyche.
Hopefully.
A
I want him
Sean.
back.
Yo, no, I think because if they
That
sack,
makes sense.
if they're in a relegation battle, right,
Mhm.
and they need someone that's gonna come in, just go 4-4 fucking 2, play
Save the day.
Route 1
Yeah.
with Andrews Townsend whipping him in,
No, it
Damari
makes
Gray
sense.
whipping him in, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and someone else. Hey, maybe Dele Alli is the second, actually playing second striker to Dominic Calvert-Lewin with a
Yeah.
Sean Dyche tactic.
Yeah, Damar Gray on the
Maybe.
wing with Andrews Townsend,
Yeah.
2 strikers up
Just
front.
whipping them
It
in.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, no, I think it's a pretty good fit,
Yeah.
especially if they're in a relegation battle. Moving on to
Players to watch.
watch.
I have Jesse Lingard.
Why?
Well, he's obviously on a 200K contract at Nottingham
Cha-ching.
Forest.
Yeah.
At Nottingham Forest, dude. If you don't at least get 15 goal contributions for that team,
He
then
will be
what the
chased out of the city.
yeah, what the fuck are you doing, man?
because-
Obviously, he's a youth academy player coming up from United. Joke. And Lingard joke.
I would hope so because he's
Yeah.
30.
I know, it's a Lingard joke.
Okay, all right. It's a Lingard's forever young joke.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, he has to do well. Like
Has to
there's
do
no
well.
way.
I got Darwin Nunez because I think that the
Okay.
situation with him is going to be really interesting because I think that he could. Listen, I've already said pretty openly that I think that Andres Pereira and Alexander Mitrovic are going to do fucking madness this year for Fulham.
Okay.
But like my player to watch, I think he's going to be Darwin Nunez because I think that he is actually. And I changed it because I think that after the friendly where he scored 4, and I'm just like, you know what? If we're able to create that much time and space for him in behind a pretty solid Leipzig team, some of these other teams are gonna get chewed.
Yeah.
And like watching him, like when I first watched him, first watched him play against like a top quality team was like against Barcelona. He looked good. And then when I watched him play against Liverpool, bro, he almost pulled that fucking fixture back.
Yeah, I know.
He is a threat. Who you
I got my boy, the comeback, Pedro Neto.
Pedro Neto. Oh,
I have
mate.
him coming back, man.
You know what? I hope. Right?
I think he
I'm with
genuinely
you. I
is.
hope. I want to see it because I like him as a player.
If he
I
stays
wanna see it.
fit,
Yeah.
He's on
he's genuinely top 2 youngsters in the Premier League in terms of ability, in my opinion.
Him and Martinelli.
No, behind Foden.
Him, Martinelli, and Foden.
I have him ahead of Martinelli
You
too.
have Matt Martinelli?
Yeah, Pedro Neto's disgusting, man.
Interesting.
Mate, hey, I am. Hey,
In terms of ability,
I want to see it. I love it.
and I think he's just quality. I think he's gonna do amazingly this year if he doesn't get injured.
And then he's gonna move to United.
No, he's gonna come to Barcelona.
That makes sense.
He's gonna go to United.
Hopefully. Love to see it.
Players to watch. All right, transfer flop.
Alright.
Who's your biggest transfer flop?
I got Barca legend, Clément Lenglet.
Oh, the flops alone is signing.
I think he's gonna do
Damn.
terribly, man. I'm like, he's not a good defender, man, anymore. He's not that anymore. Like, he lost his pace from his injuries. He makes stupid decisions, a lot of stupid tackles outside the box, inside the box, and long balls he can't play those. And under pressure, he's not good. I don't know what happened to him. He was one of the best center backs.
Yeah, he was really good
He
a
was-
couple years ago.
It was. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah.
Alright, Noble, who you got?
I've got sort of 2, but they 2 Spurs ones. I got Perisic and Basuma.
Oh shit.
I don't think that Perisic is going to adapt very well to the Prem because I think that because the league's so much more fast-paced, because the players are a lot pacier, I think he's going to really struggle. Like, not necessarily. He played fine against like Liverpool and stuff like that, like in the Champions League. But I think like week in, week out, I think he's going to get caught out, and I don't think he's going to necessarily be the starter. So I think that one's more so just about the hype that he's gotten. Because a lot of people have said like, oh, he's game changing, like it's a huge change for Tottenham. Like they got a sick player there. I'm like,
He's
well,
the 3rd most picked defender in
Yeah.
fantasy as well.
Yeah.
exactly, stuff like that. And I'm just like, well, I think that Reguilon's probably going to end up being the starter at left wing back, and that I think that Perisic is probably not going to be that good. And the thing I'm saying about Basuma is that I think that Basuma maybe isn't as good as everyone thinks he is.
Interesting.
Do we have to say Darwin Núñez?
No. I think that this player is not gonna perform up to his price tag. Richarlison.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good shout. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's 3 Spurs signings by the way for you
Yeah.
there.
So I'm saying that Spurs is gonna do well, but Richarlison is gonna have like a mediocre season, not up to that 80 million standard. I think he's a 50 mil, 40 million
He
player.
wasn't
top.
80. He wasn't 80. He was 60.
60?
60.
It's still too much.
No, still way too much.
Yeah,
that's
still,
the
like, he's
second
like
time a team's
40
played like 50 plus million.
It's
for
like
him.
40 something like that. Yeah, I think 40
25
million is
million,
best.
maybe 25 million. Maybe.
50?
I thought it was 80, so I since he's like 60, it's still 40 makes sense.
That's not bad to you then.
What?
50 to 60 is not that bad then.
All right, who's the biggest
still,
biggest transfer steal? Best deal.
Easily, without a doubt, Raheem Sterling.
He's got it.
Really?
Easily. 30 million? What was it, 30 million?
Throw
How
out
much was it?
45.
45? Easily, without
Still
a
a good
doubt.
deal. Very, very, very
Oh
good
my
deal.
god, he's a player worth 80 million.
Oh, yeah,
he's
for sure.
amazing.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I got the same thing.
Same thing? I agree. Sterling.
else. There's no one else.
Can I say one more?
Who?
Darwin Núñez.
Boubacar Kamara for a free transfer.
No. Not over Sterling for
No,
45
no,
mil.
no.
Ster-
On a
which
free
team?
transfer?
Which team?
Villa.
Oh, you
Yeah,
moved to
Villa
Villa?
gone.
I forgot.
Like opening day, like pretty much as soon as the season ended, Villa was just like, oh yeah, by the way, we
Yeah.
signed this guy,
Oh.
who by the way United probably should have signed because he would fit your team perfectly.
Yeah.
Alright.
But like I think he's a great player. I think he's gonna get moved on for a massive fee in a couple of years. I think he's gonna come in and just be like a phenomenal player for them, and on a free transfer for like a young player, I think it's a really, really key.
Sterling for 45.
Sterling
man.
for 45. If it works, like, I think that I'm not saying
It's most likely gonna, like, I'd say 99.9% is gonna work.
I agree with you, and I'm not saying it's like at all a bad transfer. I'm just like, I think this Boubacar Kamara one might be.
I mean, technically, he's kind of got a point. It's free.
It's a free transfer.
It's
That's
free,
like,
but you have the top 3 wingers in the world.
Yeah.
For 45 million.
Top 3 wingers in the world.
I would put him top 3 wingers.
A little bit of stretch, but he's top.
No,
up there.
No, because he
not.
counts inside forwards different.
No, I have Salah as a winger.
Okay.
He has the best winger in the world.
Oh, okay.
Neymar.
Neymar second, and
Yeah.
then Sterling top 3.
Sterling third.
Damn, interesting. He disrespected Messi, and the Messi fan.
Messi plays more like a cam. That's why, to me, he's not a right winger, man. He's a cam.
I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue on that because I think that.
Outside shout, Insigne.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking about the Prem. We're talking about the Prem, but we are now going to switch over to the rest of the world. So we're going to go through who we think is going to win the other top 5 leagues. So that'll be Serie A in Italy, Liga in France, Bundesliga in Germany, and La Liga in Spain. So should we start with? Let's start with La Liga in Spain.
La Liga in Spain.
Doran R. La Liga.
My fucking boys are back. Barcelona's gonna bring it back. Fuck Real Madrid, especially where Rudiger. If Rudiger plays center back with Militao, it's bad for you guys. It's gonna be long for you Madrid fans. Oh my god. And then Rudiger's gonna be on the bench if he doesn't do well. He can't play left back after the season M.A.D had. I just think in general that defense ain't gonna work, especially because Rudiger's not gonna be on the bench. I know for a fact he's gonna be starting. Without a doubt. There's no way they can bench him. Their midfield is aging. We saw what happened in the El Clasico when Gavi, Pedri, they were pressing on Luka Modric and all these guys.
Yeah.
They can't handle the pressure like they used to.
Rafinha's just gonna score 45 goals in La Liga.
Nah, and then Lewandowski, Rafinha,
Lewandowski might
Dembele,
get 2, but
Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, fucking Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Kessie, De Jong. Oh, that team is looking good. Especially if we get Koundé, if he gets confirmed today. It's dangerous. And right back's shaky, but it's all right.
Yeah, plan the parade out in Spain. Yeah, plan the parade. Mobin, who have you got?
I've got Barcelona winning the league as well.
For real?
Yeah, I think Barcelona have made crazy additions to the club, despite the fact that they're shit ton in debt. But still, I mean, hey man, if they got the money, they got the money. I'm not gonna complain. I don't care. But
well, they've spent it. If they got the money, they might
that's
not have
Leeds,
it, but it's
that's
been spent.
on Leeds and Bayern to figure out if that cash is legit or not.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just think that Barcelona is just revitalizing the team, and hopefully, for the love of God, hopefully Xavi gives some respect to De Jong, man. If they do that, it's gonna be an end game for everyone else in La Liga.
Oh no, Xavi respects De Jong. It's not Xavi who's disrespecting, it's Laporta.
I don't know.
I feel like it's been taken out of Xavi's hands a bit.
Yeah.
Xavi he has no say.
Cause I don't know, cause I've seen what's it called, rumors saying Xavi is saying to De Jong that either take the 50% pay cut or just find better options.
Because Laporta is a bitch. He's afraid to contact
it could be
these
Laporta's
players.
fault.
It is. He's afraid to talk to these players one-on-one. He's telling Xavi to go do it instead. He's a bitch. But he's done some good signings, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
So I've got Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I got them going back to back. I think that their squad's only gotten better. And I think that they're still just ahead of Barcelona.
I don't think so. It depends on that defense.
Yeah.
I think that even if the defense with Rudiger doesn't work out, the defense they had last season still works.
No, the defense last season still works, but it's also the fact that their midfield is aging.
Yeah, but they got
Camavinga
comes into that, Tchouaméni comes into that, Valverde's not going to be playing up front anymore.
So lack of depth up front.
They don't have a right winger.
Lack of depth. Rodrigo. Hazard's back to fitness. Mate.
It's not looking good for them.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
So can I give a? So I thought we were gonna do teams to teams to watch for these.
Later.
Yeah, we're doing that later.
Later,
Yeah, we're gonna do that later.
We'll just do the champions first, unless you want to do the.
Yeah, we'll do the team. We'll do the champion and then the player and the champion, the team to watch, and we'll do the player as well. So who's the team to watch?
I have Real Betis.
Damn right. That's goddamn right.
I have Real Betis.
That is the team. That is the team.
For Noble's been on them for a long time.
Time.
But I've recently understood how big they're trying to become and like how nicely they're trying to do it.
Yep.
Right now they're rumored to like go for
Houssem Aouar.
I don't know how to say his first name.
Yeah.
And like
Get the whole Algerian
they
dream
could
team.
probably get Bellerin if they like go for it. They just don't think he's worth the 25 million.
Not going for it because they have another right back that they're gonna play with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've got a couple guys that can play right back. They got like Francis that can play right back and stuff.
Okay.
They're not too like.
But
Bellerin
I think that
played a lot,
if
but-
they go for that Bellerin 25 million, I think that would be really great for them.
They are also my team to watch because they are just a freaking team to watch. Like, Dorn, who have you got? La Liga team to watch.
I got Barca.
You got Barca.
Barca.
They're back, mate. They're back. Betis is also a good shout, but I have Barca. This team is gonna do amazingly, I think, especially if we get Koundé. That's all I'm begging for. I've been twerking for Koundé since January.
Would you twerk on camera?
No.
Oh,
And then the player to watch, I got Rafinha.
oh yeah.
Makes sense.
I think he's gonna do bits. Like we saw how he does in the preseason. He's a quality player. He just needed a big move, and now he's got that big move with actual world-class players on his team.
And he scored a banger versus Real Madrid. That was a crazy goal.
That's how you fucking take a shot, Valverde.
Yeah, that was
Right,
unnecessary call out. I just want to point out that like the transfer business that Betis have done this season, they've got already Luis Felipe on a free transfer from Lazio,
Yeah.
which that's a fucking move.
Yeah.
They've got a couple players coming back from loan, and they're linked with Houssem Aouar.
Yeah.
So that's just the team's gotten better. Like
It's honestly
yeah.
great to see this. Like a smaller team. Not
Yeah.
gonna disrespect.
It's like when
Betis fans.
Villarreal went on an absolute run in the Champions
like,
League. You know,
it's really-
it's like that.
It's really great to see a team is not way too rushing their team to develop into big. It's great to see they're taking the time. They're not worried if it's gonna take 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years.
Like
Hopefully it
Villa,
doesn't take
like
that long.
Newcastle,
Yeah,
where they're
exactly.
just like natural growth, like just smart signings rather than just
Exactly.
splashing the cash.
Exactly.
Mobin, who's your player to watch?
My player to watch is Samuel Lino. He got signed for Atletico Madrid.
Yep.
From what I've seen, he did very well in the Portuguese league, if I'm not wrong.
He did. He's a baller over there.
And I've seen a few clips of him. He's pacey. He has great feet. He's great dribblish. Hey man, great dribbler. Great dribbler, and from what I've seen, who scored, say his strength is defensive contribution, which is a great thing for and what's it called, Dio Simeone, because he has a winger that is willing to track back, help on defense, and then have the good amount of pace to go back up front and
the big
get
thing
the ball
with him is
forward.
that he did it away from the big clubs in Portugal. Like he was doing it for, I think it was it Aruca or Gil Vicente?
Yeah, I think that's the
I
team.
think it was Gil Vicente,
Yeah,
right?
it was
It
that.
was, so Gil Vicente, he was doing it for Gil Vicente, and that's a pretty tough thing to do. Where
Yeah.
he was doing very, very well
Yeah.
week in week out. Not necessarily with the best teammates or teammates,
Yeah.
especially not of the quality that he's gonna be playing with. He had offensive contributions, defensive contribution. It's a good
And
shout.
if I'm not wrong, he had 12 goals in that team, so that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean Premier Division. It's some players score goals there.
Yeah. No, but for that team, being on that team, it's crazy.
So since you've taken Rafinha as yours, I don't want to copy you because I had another one written down that I was like, oh, it could be one or two of these because I had a
Okay.
feeling you'd say Rafinha.
Alright.
I got Takefusa Kubo,
Oh.
who's made his move to Real Sociedad, and I feel like, hey,
Finally, he's gonna have a great
finally,
year.
hey, I'm calling it this year. Takefusa Kubo is gonna have a breakout season.
Hopefully.
He's gonna be back at Real Madrid in January.
My Japan prediction is based on
Oh, come on, man. We need to make a compilation video of your takes.
No.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I swear to
Where
God.
is it second?
I swear to God, Japan's gonna get past through the group stages, and I'm gonna be the one laughing.
Ha.
Honorable mention to Ousmane Dembele, especially if he stays fit the entire season. Finishing
Big.
top assister with half the games played. Insane player. Best
Alright.
young player in the world when fit.
All right, Ligue 1. I think we can all say it together. Champions League 1 will be
3,
Monaco.
2,
Oh,
1.
wait, what?
PSG.
I have Lyon.
Yeah. Lyon.
Oh
No, I'm joking.
way.
I have PSG. PSG.
I was about to say.
They are just head and shoulders better than any team. They
Yeah.
got the best coach in the league.
They're clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just well clear. Who have we got as the teams to watch?
I got Lyon.
Lyon.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Lyon is the fact that they missed out on Europe, and now they've made good signings. They brought like a few of their ex-players back. So I think that, that itself, like the fact that they missed on Europe, it really is interesting to see how they're gonna like react to it. They reacted on the transfer window nicely. They're just gonna see like how they're gonna do it form-wise and in the league.
All right, so I've got two for this. And since we only said Lyon so far, it's okay if I say two teams for this?
Sure.
All right, so I've got Marseille, who've had himself a tight little window. They got Luis Suarez in.
Klaus.
They've got Joao Klaus.
Jonathan
Luis Suarez, yeah.
Jonathan Klaus. Jonathan Klaus. Like, they've improved their team. They already had a pretty good season last season.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they got Igor Tudor as their new coach, the coach that did Hellas Verona last season. And he's a very good coach. I like him. Like I think he could like end up taking on like I mean, Marseille's a pretty big club, but like another big club. Like, he could see him in the Prem and stuff like that a couple years from now. Like, he is a good coach, good team. And the other team I have written down, and this is my main one, is Stade Rennais.
Jeez.
Because they got the Doku on the right and they got the Sulemana on the left, and I like both of those players.
I just don't think defensively they're that great.
No, especially since they sold Aguerd.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna. The wingers are fun to watch. Don't
Fun
get me
to watch,
wrong,
buddy.
I think Sulemana should have went to Liverpool.
Hey, it's not over. It's not too late. Get both of them. Get both of them.
Maybe Salah's gone.
Hey, get both of them. Get both of them. I'm serious. Get both of them.
Who you guys got as players?
I had Kamaldeen Sulemana.
Yeah, you can't. We already know how
like-
much we respect that guy, except for Mobin. We
Wait.
all know that
Him or
he's a
Doku.
quality player.
Him or Doku. Like,
Wait.
it's
Yeah.
I want both of them.
Wait, Solomon?
Kamaldeen Sulemana.
Oh, Solomano. Okay, just writing it down.
Yeah. Who do you have?
I have Luis Openda.
Yeah.
Luis Openda, he just moved to Vitesse.
Yeah.
Great finisher, good amount of pace, knows how to position.
Wait, he moved to
well. Vitesse.
Yes.
No, Vitesse, sorry, not.
He moved. He moved
Lens.
from.
He moved from. So he was on loan to Vitesse last season.
From Club
and
Brugge.
moved from Club Brugge to Lens. Sorry about that.
Lens.
But
Racing
yeah.
Club Lens. Yeah, because he's replacing Arnau Kalimuendo, who's back at PSG from his loan.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see he's a top prospect in my opinion in the league right now. So
I don't know about that. That's a bit generous.
I think he's good.
That's a
think
bit
he's that
generous.
good.
I think he's good. I think he's gonna fit that team, and that's gonna be sort of his level. Like, I don't see him going above and beyond that. Doran.
I got FIFA legend, career mode legend,
Oh.
Real Mbolo.
Hey, you know I want him to do well for Monaco.
I love this.
I love
player,
this guy 'cause he's
especially
so
when he was
fun.
at Gladbach. Was it Mönchengladbach?
No.
it was Gladbach. Yeah,
It was at Gladbach. He was at.
yeah.
Oh, at first it was at Gladbach, and then he moved to what's it called?
No, he was at Schalke first.
Schalke.
Bro, he
Yeah.
moved from Basel to Schalke, and then he went to Gladbach.
Okay, it was Schalke then I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
It's Borussia Mönchengladbach. their team.
Borussia
That's how it's pronounced.
Mönchengladbach.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nah, this guy's strong,
Yeah.
fast, great finisher,
He needs
great
to have the
dribbler.
breakout season.
He just
and
needs
I
to stay
want
fit.
it to be.
Yeah.
He
I
needs
want
to
it
stay
to be.
Yeah,
fit,
exactly.
man.
We are cheering for this guy
Dude,
as
I
a
love this
podcast.
guy,
man.
We are
You
cheering
got
for.
this.
You don't even know who he is.
I know, bro.
love-
What the fuck this
Yeah,
guy-
just Schalke prospect. Yeah, no, bro, I love
Bro.
this guy so much, man.
Yeah. All right. Should we? Okay. Bundesliga.
Bundesliga, I'm down.
Bundesliga champions.
Bayern Munich.
Bayern
Bayern
Munich.
Munich.
I mean, they're just gonna. They get better, and everyone expects the league to change. Like, no, it's
Nah,
gonna
they're
be
gonna run
Bayern
away
Munich
with
another
it.
year. Like, it. I mean, as much as I like what Dortmund's done, getting Sula and Schlotterbeck into their defense. Like.
It's just
Haller
good
move
enough.
looked good. I mean, he's going to be out for a little while because he's dealing
Unfortunately.
with that. But I think that sort of leads into my player to watch. I think Daniel Malin's going to be the player to watch this
I
year.
have Daniel Malin too.
For real?
Yeah.
Because I think he's going to take that number 9 position, and he is just so much more dangerous there than the wing where they were playing him last season.
No, I think Daniel Malin's an amazing player.
I think so, yeah.
Another FIFA legend, career mode legend
Oh, yeah.
as well. Super cheap player. You could have bought, not anymore.
Not anymore, bro.
Since you guys said your players to
You wanna
watch,
say Adeyemi?
no, I was gonna say actually Mario Götze. I know he's an old player, but the fact that like he had a great few seasons at Eindhoven and he's back at Eintracht Frankfurt, I would be really interested to see how his return to the Bundesliga is gonna be.
Hey, Frankfurt's my team to watch. I
Same.
wish nothing but the best for Mario Götze, but I think that he is a pretty bang average player.
Yeah,
at this
I
point in
have
time.
Frankfurt's team to watch as well.
Yeah, after that deep run in the Europa League, like I think a lot of people really believe in this team now. Like, not just like the players, because I mean it looks like they might lose Kostic, but just as far as like the
Did they
coaching.
win Europa League?
No, Yeah.
No.
No.
Yes.
Who'd they lose to? Who'd they lose to? No, they played West Ham in the final. No.
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 They played West Ham semis. They beat West
No.
Ham in the semis.
Why are we blanking on this? This is so
There
bad.
was
No
one
one cares.
team. No, I forgot. They faced some. How can I not remember this?
They played Barca quarterfinals. They
Yeah.
beat Barca. They played West
Yeah,
Ham
no.
semifinals.
Current holders is Eintracht Frankfurt.
Who
Yeah, they
beat?
won.
Second final.
I forgot who they beat though.
Rangers.
Rangers.
Yeah. It was
In the pens, right?
Yeah, on pens. Yeah.
Yep,
Rangers.
I remember
Fuck. Oh, that was tough. That looks bad on us.
Yeah. No, I
Blanked
mean-
on that. I said it right. No, I got challenged on that. I said they won it.
No, like there's nothing wrong with what you said. I'm just saying like Rangers is not a team you expect to go to the finals. They just did very well.
Yeah, they just had a good
Yeah.
squad. But yeah, no, Frankfurt should be a team to watch.
I
You wanna
have
say the shit team,
Schalke.
I you know me, I'm a
The
Schalke
thing-
fan. I like my Schalke team in Germany, but they are such a cash-strapped club.
Yeah,
They-
no, the thing with Schalke,
no entertaining signings. Like,
they
this is
came back from Bundesliga 2, and they made a shit ton of signings. They made
Yeah,
a
but
shit ton
no
of free
one,
signings.
no one good.
I didn't say it was supposed to be good. I'm just excited to see how they're gonna use all those shit ton of signings they just made. It's just gonna be fun to watch how
Hey,
they
they're a
manage the
very
team.
they're a very well supported club. So
Yeah.
I think that I get why you have them as the one to watch because it's like it's whether it's good, whether it's bad, it's going to be entertaining.
Yeah.
They've brought in Uwe on. They got on a permanent deal.
Yeah.
They got Greimel from Bremen.
Just look at how many
Yeah.
fucking free transfers they made.
No, Tom Kraus on loan from Leipzig. He's pretty solid.
Oh my god.
They've made the permanent signing of Rodrigo Salazar
Go on.
from.
Champions League spot?
No, I know. Then they had Shvolov.
Cold.
Yeah, he's on loan. Lee Dong-jong from Ulsan Hyundai. Florent Mollet.
Yeah.
Yeah, midfielder from France. Never heard of you. Sorry, mate.
Go on.
Ibrahima Cisse. That's actually not
Jeez.
bad. Cedric Brunner.
Yeah.
Who? Justin Heeker.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I just want to know how much they spent.
12 mil.
Like something tiny like that must be.
No.
I don't know.
Not
I don't
on
know.
one that one player in general. Because
12 mil.
No, probably 12 mil.
No,
like,
no.
In total.
No.
Mate, they got Alex Kral on loan, Doran's boy.
guy.
That's why Doran's cheering against him.
Yeah.
And Maya Yoshida on a free transfer. Bro, it is a lot of players through the door, but it is like not a single like good one. Realistically.
Yeah, no one really cares how much they spend.
It doesn't really matter how much
Oh,
they
I
spend.
thought what's it called? The Thomas Origin was 12 mil. That's what I was
Oh,
surprised.
Thomas Uyan was like
Yeah,
5.
but they sold Ozan Kabak for 7.7 mil, and
Yeah, fucking terrible player.
Yeah, but still. Alright.
Worst player to wear the Liverpool jersey for the 2020s. Guaranteed.
Hey man,
Guaranteed.
guy did his best.
And it wasn't very good. Does that cover the Bundesliga?
It does.
All right, so who do we have left? We've got just Serie A,
and rest of the world. or something like
Serie A, and then rest of the world. All right, Serie A. Who you guys got winning the
I
title?
got Inter.
You got Inter.
that. I got Inter.
You got Inter.
Yeah, Roma.
I got Jose Mourinho's Roma. I got the boys
I
with
knew it, I told
Dybala, with Temi Abraham. You kidding me? Spinazzola back from injury for the whole season.
If he's back for the whole season.
He should be.
I don't know if he could stay fit the entire
Oh,
season.
okay. Well, to start the season, then he's not out like he was like from the Euros, like
Yeah.
where his MCL
Yeah.
was fucked. Like this guy is actually gonna play.
I have
Yeah.
them as my team to watch.
Yeah, same. Teams to watch.
I had them as
Roma.
my team to watch, and then they signed Dybala, and I was like, Jose Mourinho might do it.
Yeah, I have,
No.
Jose-
I have them as my team to watch, but I think Inter's gonna take it back from me.
With Lukaku up there, it's kind of
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
but-
I think just because of Lukaku itself, they just have that striker partnership back, and it's going to be really beneficial for them.
I think just because Jose Mourinho,
Jeez.
Jose can do it.
just because
He could
Jose
do it.
Mourinho, he could do it.
He's getting top 3.
I think so. I think
He's
so.
getting second.
I think he's gonna be up there.
Yeah, absolutely. We got team to watch.
Team to watch because can I say my 2 players to watch because they're on the same team.
Okay,
I have them
sure.
sort of like, and they're on this team.
All right.
Nico Gonzalez
Yeah.
and Luka Jovic
Okay.
as the
Oh.
striking duo for Fiorentina.
Fiorentina.
That's my team to watch, bro. This team could actually freaking pop off. That striking duo is ridiculous.
And they have Icone.
Icone as well as a playmaker, and they signed who's their right back? Oh mate, I had it in my notes as well. Hold on. Who's your team to watch?
We both said Roma.
Yeah, Roma.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
of
now
course,
we have
yeah.
players to watch.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Who's your players to watch then?
I have Dybala.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna pop off at Roma.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. They signed Dodo from
Yeah.
Shakhtar. He's
For free too.
on a free, bro.
Yeah.
And they play the 5 back with the 2 striker.
Yeah.
My favorite formation, bro, because they got those wingers that are gonna get up there,
Yeah.
whipping in crosses in behind Jovic
It's
and
too
Nico
exciting to
Gonzalez.
say, bro.
It's second best league in the world,
Yeah.
third best league in the world.
Something like that.
That's pretty good though.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't even say third in my opinion. But
What, better than France?
statistically, Yeah,
Better than France.
maybe.
Better than
I think it's better
Germany.
than France.
No,
Better than Germany.
I think Germany's
Better
better.
than Germany.
It's a debate. That's a good debate.
It's a good debate. We could argue that at some point, but
I
yeah,
already
that's,
told you guys how I judge. I base it off of European success.
Yeah.
yeah. No, I get that. You know, like it's fair. They also have Artur Cabral, so it's like Jovic and like
Yeah.
Gonzalez playing like off of him, which is also
Yeah.
good. Like sort of have that 3 going there. Martinez Cuarta, like him as a player as well. Yeah, it's just
Alright.
At Dybala, I think he's the
Yeah.
second most disrespected player in the world.
who's the most disrespected player in the world?
Neymar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
I
Yeah,
have Neymar.
those guys were supposed to inherit the world at this point.
But they just
Yeah.
never got the like Neymar. He made a bad choice. Okay, it's
Yeah.
his fault. He did that to himself. If
Yeah.
he stayed at Barca, he probably would have had 2 Ballon d'Ors by
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
and
Dybala
Dybala's just
never
mismanaged.
gets respected.
He just got mismanaged.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
Ronaldo came in, took the entire spotlight.
like
Yeah.
no one has ever used him that well at Juventus since Antonio Conte left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time Antonio
Barca
Conte
should have
left.
got him.
Barca should have got him way back.
Yeah.
Barca should have used him, maybe not as the replacement, because Coutinho and him are very similar in that sense.
I think they should have played him as center forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They
I
should
think
have.
I had him. I had him on my list of Barca rebuild. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah,
but
he could have been in there, but yeah,
But for my players to watch, I had a few options. I could have definitely went for Dybala, but I was like, I already have Roma as my team to watch.
yep.
It was between Dodo and this guy,
Yep.
and I went with Mateus Oliveira.
Yeah,
I think that
Getafe
right
left
now,
back the year
Napoli,
behind?
I think Napoli's previous left back was Fawzi Ghulam, if I'm not wrong.
no,
Or
it
that
was
a long time ago?
Mario. That was a couple years ago. Mario Rui has been playing left back for
Oh,
them,
Mari.
so it is an upgrade at left
Yeah, it's
back.
absolutely an upgrade, especially the fact that they lost a defensive monster of Koulibaly. I think that they will never be able to replace Koulibaly.
Kidman Jay's not a bad signing. Like,
but
from
the thing is,
Fenerbahce.
like, he's
No.
never going to be as
Yeah.
close as Koulibaly.
No.
And, like, making sure, like, they split the defensive contribution is probably the best way to go. Mateus Oliveira, probably a good defensive fullback. Not the best going forward, but that's what they need right now. They needed someone to, like, help out, like, the fact that they missed out on, like, they lost Koulibaly, to help out and contribute to defensive, like,
Hey, Uruguay's gonna be a wagon at the World Cup.
yeah, it's gonna be
They're gonna be
crazy.
fun to watch.
Uruguay's gonna be insane.
They're
to
gonna be
watch.
fun to watch. All right, so should we move on to our players from around
Rest of the
rest of the
Yeah.
world? Who have you guys got? Who's your team to watch?
Do you want to say
Go,
it?
you go.
I have PSV Eindhoven.
Really?
Yeah,
Why
I
is
think-
that?
So let me just tell you guys like who they signed. They signed Gus Till, which
Okay.
I think is
Who's
a
Till?
very good replacement for what's it called, Mario Götze.
Yep.
Götze had a great season, like few seasons for
Yeah,
PSV,
but
as I said.
Bruce Till's been playing well for AZ Alkmaar for a while.
Yeah, so he went to Spartak Moscow. He's back at PSV. They signed Luke de Jong, this guy's favorite striker of all time. They signed Walter Benitez, a good goalie. They signed a player that I said Barcelona should have went for and brought him back to the team, Xavi Simons. I think he's young, he's talented. I think he could do very well in that team.
This kid's gonna peter out at some point. Like I think he's getting the Hakim Mastour kind of treatment where he's getting like, I just don't think he fits anywhere that well.
He has ego problems.
Yeah, same thing with
We'll
Mastour.
see.
Yeah.
We'll see if PSV could help him
Yeah.
humble out a little bit. They also brought in whoever from Wolves. I think it's gonna help him
Keanu
out.
Hoover. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna help them out. And I chose them because they're currently right now in the playoff games, the league path for Champions League, of like they have to take to make to the Champions League. So it's gonna be fun to watch and see how this team gels well together with those
Okay.
good signings.
Your team to watch?
You say yours first.
I got Benfica. It's been 2 years, almost 3 years since they won the title. They have a crop of young players that are actually like going to be hitting their prime now, like Gonzalo Ramos, Giselle Fernandez, Florentino Luis, Ferro still there. Like this team is actually getting back to that level where they should be winning titles because they've lost it to Sporting and they've lost it to Porto the last couple of years. Yeah, you can't be losing the title this many years in a row, especially with like this young crop of players actually hitting their primes or entering their primes, where it's no longer like, oh yeah, you're 20 years old getting into the first team, like you're now like 22, 23 years old. Like it's like make or break time for a lot of these players. And like I've watched Benfica for a couple years now. These have been the young players I've been excited about. This has to be the year where they take over.
Yep. What you got?
I got Toronto FC.
Hey, there it is, the local club.
We got the signings in.
Yeah.
We saw the Italian link up between Bradley and Insigne in the last goal.
A well-known Italian, Michael Bradley.
Bro, Michael Bradley played like he was Italian that game.
Yeah,
I'm telling
he did,
you guys.
yeah.
But yeah, man, I think TFC is gonna be really exciting to watch this year. I don't think they're gonna do that well.
When are we going to a game?
I think, bro, I want to go to every game.
When are we going? Okay, let's go to a game.
LAFC game would be the most fun because we might have a chance to see Bale.
Bale's gonna be playing.
Bale's,
I think.
Yeah.
I think we have to go watch that.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely excited to go. Like this is the first time I'm excited to in a while to go and watch a TFC game.
Genuinely, yeah.
Last time it was when Giovinco was here.
Yeah.
And I went to the finals, both of the finals.
Giovinco the fraud, because now we got actually like the great short Italian player Insigne.
But Giovinco did bits for us, man.
Yeah,
2020
absolutely.
season,
Don't
bro,
care.
it was crazy.
Burn the jersey.
Who's the other striker that we had?
Defoe,
Pozuelo.
Altidore,
Altidore.
Josie.
Oh.
Yeah, that guy's
Altidore.
old as
Unit.
shit.
Yeah.
Absolute unit.
Shout out to the most underrated one, Toussaint Ricketts.
Oh
It
yeah.
was crazy for TFC.
Where's number 87? 'Cause
Fastest player, Sidney Crosby.
Shouldn't be allowed to wear number 87.
Yeah.
No footballer should be
But he was
allowed.
fast, man.
Yeah,
that
bro.
guy, I love that guy. But yeah,
They also got Federico Bernardeschi.
he was my player to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Number
your,
10.
He's your player to watch.
Number
Not
10.
Insigne?
No,
Really?
I have Bernardeschi, number
Wow.
10.
Ooh,
I think he's going to do
He's gonna
bits this
outperform
year.
Insigne?
I think so, personally.
that's tough. That's interesting.
I think he's
All
going to
right.
do amazingly.
All right. Mobin.
I have Ferran Jutkla, whatever you say his name. I have him as a reason of because Club Brugge are already in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And they've lost Luis Openda, which I think they should have kept, but they sold him to Lens.
He
They
had
have-
issues off the pitch.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They sold Bastos.
Yep.
So I think that right now, technically, he's probably their best striker option. And right now, I think the Belgium league has started from what I've seen, and he already has played one game from out of one, I think. I
Yep.
haven't looked into much yet, but he has 2 assists
Great.
right now as a striker, so it's going to be fun to watch. I've seen a few clips of him, not the best finisher, but great positioning.
You're
Allegedly.
You're way off.
All right.
No. I don't know, like
It's well documented that Mobin really likes strikers that are good playmakers and not good finishers. You know, like, oh geez, if only I could think of
No,
a guy that plays
I
as a
didn't
number
say
9
that.
who's
I
not a
didn't
good
say that.
finisher,
I did
but
not
a good
say
playmaker.
that.
What kind of player is Ferran Jutkla?
what do you mean by that?
Like, what kind of player is he? How does he play on the pitch?
Okay, I have just seen clips of him. I
He's a
haven't.
striker.
Okay, I've done only like a few bits of him. From what I've seen,
He plays off the
Like-
shoulder, no? Like he's like sort of like tries to drift in behind. He's not so much. No.
no.
Completely
I don't
off
think
on
so.
that
He
one.
likes to come into the middle. He likes to
Yeah.
pick up the ball.
Okay.
He's a direct footballer. He likes
Okay.
taking players on. He's a great dribbler.
All right.
Good finisher as well too, inside the
His
box.
finishing could improve.
No shit, because he's like
18.
18 years
23.
old, something like that.
He's 23.
He's
Something like
23.
that.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was
Whatever.
old.
He's still young. He still has time.
I don't
to play.
know jack shit about this player. Like,
This
honestly.
guy, like, only seen him play for Barca
The
B
one
and
thing-
Yeah.
Barca.
He came from Barca B,
Yeah.
in Barca Academy.
The one thing I like about, like, I don't know enough about him as a player, but I saw that he made the move from Barcelona's B team or whatever to Bruges, and I think that's like just a really smart career move. Where
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's an incremental increase in his career. He's gone like, okay, where can I go and get first team minutes where I'm going to be playing continental,
Yeah.
but also like in a domestic league that's not like trash. You know, like he's
Yeah.
playing in the Belgian league. It's like top 10 league in the in Europe. So he's going to be, and Bruges is a good club to play for as well. And they're probably going to lose Charles de Ketelaere, who's their current number 9. And the reason that he's not, that Hutla's got games so far, is because Ketelaere is like dealing with Milan and Leeds right now. But yeah, it's a good spot for him.
Was there Leicester for it?
Leicester, no, it's Leeds.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Leicester that wanted it.
They were early in the summer, but like they're still waiting to see what happens with Tielemans.
Interesting.
It's so stupid what they're doing over there.
Interesting, but yeah, I think that right now it's gonna be interesting to see how he's gonna perform in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Like, could he be that surprise, that player that surprised everyone, just like Kerem Adeyemi did, everyone like Holland did at his first season in the Champions League. It's gonna be interesting to see how he's gonna play in the Champions League.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure. My player to watch is Owen Wijndal.
Oh, yes.
Because he's made the move from AZ Alkmaar to Ajax.
Yeah.
He's taking over the left back position because Tagliafico's out the door.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, playing in this Ajax squad, like I could have said a number of players like Anthony, Per Schurz. He was on the radar of a lot of big teams, but completely dropped off it. He needs to refine his form. Jurrien Timber, another great young player, was linked with United. Said no, I want to stay at Ajax for another year for my own personal development.
Because LVG, technically threatened him to not make the move. That's all I have to say. That salty bastard technically threatened him.
It would have been a bad move for him.
Salty bastard.
It would have been a bad move for his career.
He's salty. He's absolutely salty.
It would have been but he's right though.
Doesn't matter. If he's right, then Ake should not be starting at all. Salty.
Like, Ake shouldn't be starting at all, but it's also
but he does start. So that's why I think he's absolutely salty.
You understand that Jurrien Timber moving to United right now would be a bad idea for Jurrien Timber.
Don't care. I just think that LVG is absolutely salty. It seems like it. LVG cannot just say shit about United. It cannot go. He talks shit about United to Ten Hag. He talks shit about United to Timber.
Is he wrong?
And every time, every chance he gets, he's like, "Oh, United's not a good team." Well, shut the fuck up, man. He didn't do well as well.
Is he wrong?
He could absolutely be proven wrong. He could absolutely be proven wrong.
That's the thing, is he's not wrong, so that's why he says it.
Ten Hag, I love you. Go show everyone why you're the best bald manager in the world.
Nah, best bald manager in the world is Antonio Conte.
Oh.
All right, is that it? Are we done for the day? We cover everything?
Yeah.
But before we continue,
last notes.
Didn't Ajax also signed another left back from Rangers? I don't know if he's gonna be Wijndal's gonna be rotating with him.
Who?
They signed
Calvin Bassey? No, he's a center back.
You sure?
Yeah, Calvin Bassey's a center back.
Okay, I thought because I saw on transfer market that it was a left back. That's why I didn't choose Wijndal as my player to watch.
Center back.
All right.
Yep, and it's gonna be Wijndal starting at left back.
I'd love to see it. I love Wijndal.
Also, could have said Anthony because that guy's a absolute boxer.
Please join United.
He's not.
For the love of God, please join United, dude. I would give you all my life savings. Everything I have in my position will be yours if you join United. Please, Anthony, I need you. Join United.
No.
Yes, please.
All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for us here at the Mad Lads podcast. Any final notes from Doran there? Because you heard from Mobid.
We're back, baby.
Oh, Barca's back. Hey, get the Rio Ferdinand speech out.
Nah, fuck every English pundit out there disrespecting our club. Gary Neville goes.
No.
What's it called? Are you gonna buy Camp Nou grass?
No, but I'm hosting my wedding there in 3 weeks.
Hey, get me the fucking invite. Where's the invite?
You're the best man.
Yeah,
hey,
let's go.
You're not invited. You're not invited.
At least to the bachelor.
No, I'll give you some grass.
Bro, you don't have to be invited. You're the bride.
Chill out. None of that.
I do look good in white. Oh
Oh yeah, because you'd have to be wearing white at the wedding. Hey, cut this shit out.
So that means I'm gonna have to be in the bachelor party.
Yeah, we're done for today, boys. Later.
Oh, I just understood.
It's done.
I just understood what he just said. You.
Just wrap it. Just wrap
oh
the
my
pod.
God, that's in the.
It's done. This is done.
Haram, brother Nobel, haram.
It's done. But this is gonna make it. Spurs are not finishing second.
Absolutely, they could.
Yeah, no. See
you guys next week.
Yeah, that's it for us here at the Mad Lads podcast. Please follow and like our socials, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Have yourselves a beautiful week. Enjoy the heat wherever you are.
And watch TFC.
Yeah, and watch TFC.